let's see if it's all working. So far, it seems like it is. You'll have to ignore the ever so occasional bump and everything. I've never done anything like this before. Look, I have bingies. Ooh, big bingies. But so far, this seems more or less correct, as far as I can tell. Let me move that there. Gotta hand it to you. Yes, very good. Alright. I don't know how to turn this light ring off, and it's causing a bit of a glare. But the capture seems to be working well, at least. I think so. I'm sure there's a way. It's like, I think I could do it in the, like, settings here that the, what is this, a Razer Kyoko can do. Kyo, rather. I don't know how to do that yet. But if it becomes unbearable, I'll figure that out from there. Yeah, if I could just remove some of this light, if I just turn this ring light off, it'll be perfect. But anyway, I have a massive, well, the throw things probably aren't gonna work so much right now, just because all of that is turned off because I'm using a different camera. Here, let me see if I can fix this real quick. Hold on, we're gonna turn this off. Don't worry. That's okay, just had to do science, that's okay. Alright. So let me see if I can adjust the light. If there's a way for me to turn off the light, we'll be fine. Somehow. Alright, that's camera control, gain, white balance, sharpness. How would one turn off a light? You're cooking. Ah, that's alright. That's alright. You worry about that. I am trying to figure out how to turn the light off. Actually, it looks like it's fine now. I may have solved my problem. Hopefully. We will see. Alright, now if I do this, it'll maybe be cool. Yes, no, cool, not cool, not working now. You know, it is a little better. It's trying to focus. How to turn off ring. I'm so sorry. Light. Razor. Kyo. I can rotate the ring. What the fuck? Whoa! Okay. And the autofocus should center it a bit. Alright. Oh, I bet it's because I have this massive overhead light on. Hold on. What's this looking like? Is that better? It is better! Ah ha ha ha! Aha! I've done it! Oh, I'm so smart! Alright. Does this improve it? A little tiny bit of light? Does that make it better? No, it does not. No light. Alright. It's gonna be a little grainy and a little unfocused as I continue to tweak with it. I ask for everybody's patience. I'm a pretty big fucking Lord of the Rings fan, as some of you may know. It's one of the most important things. Thank you. I appreciate the bits. I do. Very well. So, Lord of the Rings is one of my favorite things. It's very important to me. I've spent a lot of my life bonding with this whole thing. Because at the end of the day, what it comes down to is when I was young in a rough place, this was how I bonded with Grandpa Amy. And Grandpa Amy, would read little old me, The Hobbit, every night that I was over there, and we would play Magic the Gathering. He got me into both of them. And it's one of those ways that I get to recapture all of that love and affection that I had. So that's why it's so important to me. Now, this is the pre-release box. We just picked this up. I think it was like $49, somewhere around there. As you can tell at the bottom, it says pre-release. This is a combination of two of the most important things to my childhood, which is why I'm so passionate about it, and we'll try to get it to refocus here. There we go. So they've done a lot of design changing with the characters, but, you know, when I opened this up in the car, and this was the first thing that I saw right here, it's a dangerous business, Frodo, going out of your door. You step into the road, and if you don't keep your feet, there's no knowing where you may be swept off to. Like, I knew this was gonna be a cool thing. Now, on the sides, there are the ring counters and your 1-1 counters. Same on the bottom side here. I have to angle it because I'm in the way. Same on the back of both sides. However, if I turn it like so, you can kind of see it. There's Barad-dûr, Mount Dew, is just behind it. Now, this is gonna be a little tricky to kind of show. Yeah, I cried already. I mean, I love this box. Seeing Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth is really cool. Look at it. It's like haunting and beautiful. And then check out the back. Look at that. The rendition of Gollum, Frodo, the ring, the fire, you know, the influence of Mordor. It's so cool. And then you can see Gollum, Frodo, and Sam in the distance moving towards Mount Doom. It's so cool. Now, before we actually go in this, because there's a few things in here that are all pretty neat, I wanted to see if I can show the inside of this box at all. There's Bag End. Bag End is hidden behind all of the fanfare and everything else. And I think it's so fitting, you know? That's where the whole thing began, was in Bag End. In a hole in the ground, there lived a hobbit. And I think that's so fun. I'm gonna close up this box. And when you tear open the thing, it actually reads the beginning of the poem that the ring has inscribed upon it. One ring to rule them all. It's actually, I don't think, the beginning. I think it starts with... I think that's actually like the middle of the sonnet. I think it starts with the discussion over the elves and how many rings they had, and dwarves, men, that kind of thing. All right, so I'll get over that. Let's talk about this. Let me know how the audio is, if I'm peaking a lot, what's going on there. All right, let's see if I can show this clearly. So we actually got really, really lucky. From my eyes, it looks like we got the Minas Morgul counter dice for our life counter. And this is not, oh, it is. This is a countdown dice. So it goes, the ring is 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, and then 15, 14, and it counts down. So this is a terrible D20, not reliable D20, kind of rigged a little bit. But I thought it was very fitting that we immediately got the Minas Morgul dice. I mean, how? Oh, yes, there's other dice. So, from my understanding, there's not just Minas Morgul, there's like a Mordor, different elves. So I think the Wood Elves have one. Gondor, Rohan, I think have their own colors. It's pretty cool. This is just kind of like a holding box to my memory, to what it looks like. I think it's just kind of here to fill this empty space that's otherwise here. And I'll show you some of the other things we have here. I'm just gonna be setting these things aside as we kind of go through it. We'll pull all these bad boys out at once. And I'll set this box just over here. All right. Set that there. Let's put the ring up. I think it's prettier if we kind of have the ring side facing. All right. Here's the big mechanic for the Lord of the Rings magic cards. So you have the one ring. Your ring bearer is legendary and can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. Whenever your ring bearer attacks, draw a card, then discard a card. Whenever your ring bearer becomes blocked by a creature, that creature's controller sacrifices it at the end of combat. Whenever your ring bearer deals combat damage to a player, each opponent loses 3 life. So this is really powerful and really nice, and it's actually made to be kind of flexible, so I guess you can kind of flex it like so, as a way to kind of have like a nice little ring counter. Then it actually has the info on the back, so let's see if I can get it to, there we go. The ring tempts you, so this is the mechanic of it. As the ring tempts you, you get an emblem named the ring. If you don't have one, then your emblem gains its next ability and you choose a creature to control or become, or to control to become or remain your ring bearer. It's a whole mechanic around the set. Now, the ring can tempt you even if you don't control a creature. It gains its abilities in order from top to bottom. We will see examples of that, I'm sure, soon. Once it gains an ability, it has the ability for the rest of the game. Each time the ring tempts you, you must choose a creature if you control one. Each player can only have one emblem named the ring, and only one ring bearer at a time. So that's a pretty in-depth mechanic for what was just a crossover event. Now, I believe that very firmly. This isn't just a crossover event. They've really gone all out here. So, because this is pre-release, they give you cards and stuff to make a pre-release deck. Don't look at that yet. So this tells you how to build a pre-release deck. It tells you the best way to do it, how many creature cards, spell cards, mana cost as well. So, like, it gives you recommendations on how many cards you want for the cost, just to, like, have better advice. And then this is actually what it folds out into. It's Aragorn and Sam and Merry and Pippin traveling along the roads, and it even has this beautiful little quote from the book. But I am the real Strider, fortunately. And if by my... Oh, actually, this is the second one. But I am the real Strider, fortunately. I am Aragorn, son of Arathorn. And if by life or death I can save you, I will. And this is just... It's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, and like I said, this was the pre-release box. This was like $50. I think even less. I think it was actually $39.99, somewhere around there. I am getting my value out of just the box, I think. But that's coming from me. I'm a super fan. Like, you want to know how much of a super fan I am? I literally have, I have Aragorn's necklace that was given to him by his lover, uh, which captures the light of their most precious star. Absolutely need to remake the nut button meme with a cry button. Yeah. And then this is how fucking much of a nerd I am. There and Back Again, A Hobbit's Tale. This is a full The Hobbit, bound in leather. I picked this up from a local convention. I didn't imagine that anything like this would be there. It's got the Lonely Mountain. This is one of my new prized possessions. It has so many awesome things. If you're ever looking for something like this, they actually do have a whole thing. So they also did like Dracula and that. They're called Studio 42 Designs. And they have their own Etsy, studio42books.etsy.com. Absolutely super recommend it. This is gonna be a little hard to show maybe this way. This is the back of the book. So they take leather and then they burn in inscriptions and stuff. This is Bag End, in the back of the book. So like I said, if you want to pick them up, the books are only $100. Only $100, which, you know, a big asking price, I do admit, for some people. Totally understand that. But for $100, I got my favorite book put into a beautiful leather cover. So that's that Studio 42 again. Highly recommend them. Absolutely fucking love them. Absolutely worth it. Now, we'll start with some of the first cards that we got here. So this is the pre-release cards. Display of Power. Now this has the year that came with it. So this is super duper like exclusive and cool and pretty. It's a 3 cost, 2 red, 1 any color, instant. This spell can't be copied. Copy any number of target instant or sorcery spells. You may choose new targets for the copies. So that's a pretty good chain spell. Very red, very aggressive. The Nazgul closed round at night, and I was besieged. Such light and flame cannot have been seen on Weathertop since the war beacons of old. That's from Gandalf. This is actually a gold. It's not a mythic. This is just a gold, but it's also holographic, which is kind of hard for the camera to capture. Absolutely gorgeous. We'll just set that right over there. I'm realizing now I'm going to run out of space really quickly here. I do not have a massive desk. So I am going to move my copy of Hobbit over on my bed. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I will hydrate. I have this. This is my peach drink. It is, it's hard to see. This is a color-changing ditto inside of a milk carton. Party Demoness Minerva actually picked up 4 of these when we went to the local convention we were just at. It's really cute, and it changes color based on temperature. Thank you. How many Orcish Bowmaster yet? So far, none. We're just opening up our pre-release box right now. Which, don't look at that. Well, to be fair. So here's my special thing that I'm doing for everybody. Since you are here with me on this stream, this is my first time ever doing this. I'm going to put this right here. Whoops. There you go. So here's your guys' gift. This is going to be a first come, first serve thing, but this is for the pre-release. This is for Magic the Gathering Arena. There's the code. I'm going to leave it up there for a few minutes. Absolutely go nuts. So that's first come, first serve. That's my gift to you guys. You get 6 in-game packs of the Lord of the Ring cards for the Magic the Gathering Arena app. Is Rings of Power worth watching? I think it's fun. It's not very lore accurate to the Second Age, but if you're looking at it from just a fun perspective where you just want to watch a good fantasy show, I think so. I think the dwarven scenes in of themselves are really my favorite. It's worth watching just for the dwarves. That's my opinion. Alright, so that's been up there long enough. I'm just gonna hold it a little closer. There you go. That's for you guys. Go nuts. Alright, I'm gonna put that away. So, there you go. So here's our first big fun card. We have Gandalf, Friend of the Shire. So this is Gandalf during Bilbo's party. Avatar wizard, legendary creature. He has flash. And what he does that's really fucking cool. Thank you for the clipping that. I appreciate that. You may cast sorcery spells as if they had flash. So having Gandalf as like a commander means everything else, sorcery-wise, has flash. That means you cast it as if it's an instant. That's incredible. Whenever the ring tempts you, if you choose another creature than Gandalf as your ring bearer, you can draw a card. I fucking love it. Oh, yes. No, that's, she's not Eminem. That's not Eminem. That's something else entirely that I can't spoil for you, but, they're not related to that. Alright, and then here's our deck topper. Bag end. Absolutely beautiful. The white, blue, flowers, yellows. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. I love this. Put that right over there. Alright. So these are the cards themselves. You also get a good chunk of things. This is all before you even get to the draft boosters. You get 6 for the pre-release box. Don't you worry, we're not stopping there. So what I'm thinking is, and this will probably make this stream take forever, but I really fucking want that. I want to do it. So what's gonna happen, and we'll see how long I actually keep to this rule, is that, for every time it's a new card we have not seen before, I'm going to show you it, I'm going to read it out, and I'm gonna make it so you all get to actually see what everything does. If it's a copy, we'll put it to the side. Thank you for stopping in, Momo, I really appreciate it. So every time it's something new, or we haven't seen before, or like a mythic, we'll show it off for the first time. Copies, we'll acknowledge that they exist. Because we actually have, more than a few things to go for. The camera's gonna move a little bit because I had this holding it up. The camera's starting to fall. Stop it. Alright, there it goes. Alright, perfect. So, this is 6 boosters. Then I have this, which is, the set booster box. This was a birthday present from Min, which has, I don't even know how many set boosters. It's an entire box. Normally you would buy, like, a single package of the Magic cards for, like, $6, and this is, like, 3 or 4 stacks of that. It also comes with this really fun Treebeard, who's about to kick the fuck out of this little orc right here. Look at him. We're gonna call him Grimsnubble. Grimsnubble's about to have a bad day. So after these 6, then we've got the set boosters to go through. I bought an entire Jumpstart. So, Jumpstart is a really fun mechanic. It's one of my favorite things that Magic the Gathering does, which is that you take 2 packs. So, not these, they're larger. Each one has 20 cards in it. You'll take 2 packs of the Jumpstart and make a deck, and that's how you play. So I bought an entire box of that so that we could do some fun little deck building and theory crafting together with these on stream. Then I have the Tales of Middle-earth. This is the big collector box. This has very unique special stuff in of itself that other ones don't. And then we have 2 commander decks that we'll be opening and looking through today as well. So this is gonna be a fucking long one. Seen them on Amazon. Yeah. I also have a bunch of them on my throne. There's a backside to this too. My name is growing all the time, and I've lived a very long time. So my name is like a story. And you can see Merry and Pippin, the Treebeard. Absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, all of this is on my throne as well. So if this is something that you guys really like and want to see more of, you can show that there. Don't feel pressured to. We're going to open a hell of a lot of cards today. But I really want opinions as we're going through this. Do you like this kind of content? Is this kind of something you want to see more? I could invest in a better camera, a better setup, that kind of thing, but it comes down to what people like. So let's get started. It's been what, 35 minutes of preamble? Let's actually open up some cards. I also love Magic the Gathering. Magic the Gathering is so cool to me. Alright, and I'm gonna try to not show any QR codes or code things because I would like to have some Magic the Gathering stuff. Alright, our first card is the Protector of Gondor, a 3/3 human soldier. When the Protector of Gondor enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Orcs were digging deep trenches in a huge ring, just out of bowshot of the walls, while the men of Minas Tirith looked on, unable to hinder them. I wish it wasn't so, cloudy, but this artwork is really beautiful, and you can tell from the white walls and the white, from these that they are right in Minas Tirith itself. The white spires, and there's a little page. That's really cool. Alright, I'm gonna try to keep these somewhat sectioned off by color. Oh, fuck, we got our first Hobbit! We got a Brandywine Farmer, which Brandywine, that's one of the regions of the Shire. Absolutely cool. Alright, a 1/1 Halfling Peasant. When the Brandywine Farmer enters or leaves the battlefield, create a food token. It's an artifact with pay 2 mana, any color, sacrifice, and then gain 3 life. Your land must be a realm of peace and content, and there must be many gardeners in a high honor. That's Faramir. So that's what Faramir is saying to Sam, actually, when Sam and Frodo were being freed from Osgiliath, I believe, right outside of Minas Tirith. It was their lost capital. When they got captured during the One Ring escapade they went upon. So that's what Faramir says, because he realizes that Sam is just a gardener, not a bodyguard. So it's a really touching moment for Sam to be recognized for his bravery and just for being the badass that Sam is. All my homies love Sam. Alright, what do we have next? We have a War Beast of Gorgoroth. So this is a 5/4 beast. Whenever the War Beast or another creature you control with power 4 or greater dies, amass 2 orcs. So put 2 1/1 counters on an army you control. It's also an orc. If you don't control an army, create a 0/0 black orc army creature token first. So that's really neat. It's an orc beast pulling a carriage. There you go, you can see its tusks on that. It's like a pig. Drums rolled, fires leaped, and great engines drawn by beasts crawled across the field. So, might be Pelennor Fields, it might be the war with Minas Tirith, or the siege of Minas Tirith. I don't remember the war beasts, I think they were pulling Grand, but that's just off of my memory, so you'll have to forgive me. It's been a little while. Oh, we got a lad. Claim the precious. Destroy target creature. The ring tempts you. This is Smeagol. It's Smeagol killing his brother. Look at him. Look at that little bastard. Look how happy he is. Hold on. If I do this, does that make it better or worse? Oh yeah, that's so much worse. My mistake. My mistake. Alright. It says, I think it is a sad story, and it might have happened to others, even to some hobbits that I have known. And that was Gandalf talking in retrospect about Gollum's life story. What do we have here? A Nimrondel Watcher. Okay, so that's elves. I think that's Galadriel's realm, is it? I forget. It is a 2/1 elf scout. Whenever you scry, Nimrondel Watcher gets +1/+0 until the end of turn and can't be blocked this turn. It can only trigger once each turn, but that's pretty good. For a 2 cost, you could get a 3/1 that can't be blocked. That's good. But there are some of us who will go abroad for the gathering of news and the watching of our enemies. That's from Haldir, who is a lesser-known elf who I have already forgotten his import. I think he was just one of the guards that when the hobbits get captured. I forget, though. Oh, fuck. Yeah, another hobbit. We got a Took. A Took Reaper. 2/1. When Took Reaper dies, the ring tempts you. And there are 2. Which is cool. The Tooks, they're a very famous family of hobbits. If you're adventurous, you're considered like Tookish. Which is really cool. Yes, yeah, we're absolutely going to have a Hobbit deck. Don't you worry. Hobbit deck is coming. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, I'm so excited for this. All right, ready? Ready for this shit? Now for Wrath. Now for Ruin. This was Aragorn's speech with the charge of the Rohirrim. Fuck. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. They gain vigilance until the end of turn. The ring tempts you. The captains of the West came at last to challenge the Black... Oh, this is Blackgate, my mistake. Challenge the Black Gate and the might of Mordor. This is at the end of the series, where they're trying to build a distraction so that Frodo and Sam can destroy the ring. Oh my god. And this is so cool. This is such a great scene in the book. The Peter Jackson movies do it too. What a good speech. And then he screams, "Ride now," and they ride down, and it's awesome. We've got some tree folk. We have an enraged Huron. These are the ones that attack Merry and Pippin while they're waiting for Treebeard to come back, where they're drinking, and then Merry gets a little taller and they chase each other around a little bit. They are a 4/5 tree folk with trample. When it enters the battlefield, the ring tempts you. So you're all about balancing your ring temptation here. Hello, Ginger! Oh god, I need to change the size of that. Hold on. Little big there. Little big there. My bad. Drop that off in a corner. Awesome. And they read... They stand watching endlessly over the trees. It is difficult to see them moving, but they can move very quickly if they are angry. Mary. And that's in regard to the trees. And the trees are very angry, because of how Saruman was cutting down the woods. Nobody cared about the woods anymore. I mean, there was Tom Bombadil, but he's more of an outlier. And I guess Goldberry as well. But they're really more outliers and kind of exceptions to the rule, as elves are declining and men are becoming more industrious. Oh, fuck yeah, more hobbits. We have an East Farthing farmer. Now, the East Farthing, that's another region near the Shire. you're gonna see a lot of farming around hobbits. Hobbits love farming as much as they love eating. A 2/3 halfling peasant. When the East Farthing farmer enters the battlefield, create a food token. If you do, target creature you control gets +1/+1 at the end of turn for each food you control. Well, we're gonna have to use him to just beef the fuck up out of, I don't know, if Bull Roarer is in this, we'll beef Bull Roarer up. He was like one of the tallest hobbits. And he doesn't have any text. He's just a very awesome. Oh, cool. Oh, cool, look. We got Strider. We got our first legendary that I paid attention to. Look, we got Strider, Ranger of the North. A red-green legendary human ranger with landfall. He's a 4/4. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, target creature gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. If that creature has a power of 4 or greater, it gains first strike as well. So that's excellent. And then, I'm trying to get it to be a little less fuzzy so you can see it. This is when they're on Weathertop, where he's got the torches lit and he throws them at the Nazgul to scare them off. And it reads, the greatest traveler and huntsman of this age of the world. Which is true. Strider was a force to be reckoned with. We'll put him down in this legendary corner. Oh, fuck! Look, we got the Mirror of Galadriel. This is how she saw the future, had premonitions. It's how she knew about the decline of the elves. How she knew what was basically going to happen. Like, the clairvoyance wasn't 100%. There was actually, like, you know, a lot of mystery with it. These were just things that could happen. I'm explaining a lot to you. Some of you are probably just here for the cards, but like I mentioned before, this is one of the most important, like, genres of fantasy, and I love the world. I'm actually one of the people who will, like, go and read through all of the quests in Lord of the Rings online because of how much I love the lore and the world. So it's a legendary artifact, of course it would be. So pay 5 mana, tap it, then scry 1 to draw a card. This costs 1 less to activate for each legendary creature you control. Your quest stands upon the edge of a knife. Stray but a little, and it will fail. To the ruin of all, yet hope remains, while the company is true. This is said, if I remember correctly, during their stay with Galadriel, of course. But this is in regards to how... This is after Gandalf has died. So, Frodo, Sam, everybody's morale is shaken immensely. And Boromir covets the ring in secret. Now, I don't even know that it's really in secret at this point. It's kind of a little obvious if you're reading the book, but it's in secret to the rest of the party. So, this is so cool. It's so cool to see the Ring of Galadriel. Put that in the little artifact pile right where I'm at. Wait a minute. This is a story. This is a tale. This is from the Silmarillion, I think. This is the tale of Tinuviel. I'm not very good with Sindarin. I apologize. So it's a saga. This hold on. I gotta get rid of something on my screen here. Here we go. As a saga enters, and after your draw step, add a lore counter and sacrifice it after 3. Well, that's the best part about all of these. Here's the fun fact about Magic the Gathering cards. These aren't just cards on paper. These are massive full art pieces. And then they release them sometimes. I don't know where you can buy the prints, but these are full art. This isn't just something made to be this size. This is a wall-mounted piece that you could, like, own. Alright. Target creature you control gains indestructible for as long as you control the Tale of Tinuviel. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Up to 2 target creatures you control each have lifelink until the end of turn. I don't remember this super well, but if I remember right, this was a tale between a man and an elf. And he eventually is able to come back. But like I said, I don't remember this one super well. I'm very, very briefly... I'm still in the opening with, like, Feanor and the first wars with Morgoth in the Sindarin. Not Sindarin, I'm sorry. The Silmarillion. So that's a cool enchantment saga that has a lot of versatility. And, like, bringing stuff back, giving something invulnerability. Whoa! Is this gold? Is that mythic? Oh, we're getting a... I have it up here twice. There we go. Where there's a whip, there's a raid. Where there's a whip, there's a raid. Where there's a whip, we don't wanna go to war today. But the Lord of the Last says nay, nay, nay. We're gonna march all day, all day, all day. Where there's a whip, there's a raid. Greetings and good day. I am Amundal, the Lich Lord of Terramar, and it's wonderful to make your acquaintances. Hello up there, how are you? Yes, so much art, so little time. Indeed, how are you all doing? What were you up to? What were you playing? Did you have a good time? How did I get early access to this? Today is pre-release, so if you go to any comic store, they'll be selling them. We are currently opening up the pre-release pack, but we also have a lot here. Hold on, I'll show you. We have our set booster pack. So this is like... We've opened one pack so far. This has, I think, 90. We also have our Jumpstart pack. This also has a shit ton of Jumpstarts. I have the collector's box here as well. This was a special collector's thing. And then after we open all of that, we have 2 different commander decks that I'm keeping a surprise to show you all. So, this is my first time ever doing anything like this. You've been working on a big piece. Oh, well, congratulations. I'm very proud of you. So, the way that we've been going through all of this is I am opening up all of the packs, as many as I can in this time that we've got. We're going to be doing this through some different virtues. Every time there's an original card, I'm showing it off. I'm reading it on stream. That way, if there's one you really like, you can clip it. That way you can find it later, reread it, anything that you like. So if you see a card, clip it. Let me know. We're gonna be building a deck together as a community later. So that's something I want to do with you all. We just got... Alright, I don't think you guys are ready for this. Maybe you've already seen it, but I'm hyped as shit. We got Mary. Look, we got Mary. We got Mary when he's the Esquire of Rohan. This is them riding out. He's a halfling knight, a legendary red-white. He's a 2/2 with haste and has first strike as long... Wait, as long as it's equipped. As first strike... Oh, I guess he'll have first strike as long as he's out on the floor. Whenever you attack with Mary and another legendary creature, which we all know is going to be Éowyn, draw a card. Then, suddenly, Mary felt it at last. Beyond doubt, a change. Wind was in his face. And that's when the tension breaks and they ride out. That's so cool. Is that the Battle of the Pelennor Fields? I don't think it is. I think that's a different one, but I'm gonna put Mary down here. Oh, fuck! We got our first Nazgul-based card! It's the Black Breath! So, you don't see this in the movies at all. They don't capture it at all. But the Nazgul have a black breath that weakens and breaks the morale of all mortals around them. It's one of the reasons that they're so hard to fight as a man. Not only are they invisible and unkillable, but their screams shatter morale and break the spirit, and their breath, it brings about a sickness. Actually, Mary, I think, gets affected by the Black Breath during the fight with Éowyn on the Pelennor Fields. That's where the Witch King dies. I can't wait to read this. Creatures your opponent control get -1/1 until the end of turn. The ring tempts you. When the black breath blows, death's shadow grows. A rhyme of the old days. Which, I think that's probably... It also has foil on it, but that's kind of hard to show you with the current thing that I've got. How much did all of these sets and packs cost? We spent about $900 on cards together. I only spent $200. But that was my Twitch payout. So, I just spent my Twitch payout on cards. But Min gave me a birthday present, which was the set box booster, and then all of a commander deck, which is the Armies of Mordor. Absolutely incredible. I fucking love this. I hope we get more Ring Wraith cards. They're my favorite. And look, we get a full art island, and look! It's Gondor in the Bay of Belfalos. This can go on out, and it continues on out this way, and then Numenor is kind of out in this direction. I don't know if we can, but I wonder if we can build the entire map of Middle-earth with this. See, there's Gondor, and there's Rohan, which means that not too far over here is gonna be Mordor. And I think if we go further up and this way, we'll actually see... we'll see some of the Shire and the like. But, oh, look, it's the River Anduin. Hold on. This is a very important river in the lore. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Focus. Focus on the River Anduin, damn you. Wait. Yeah, and there's Pelagar. There we go. And the mouth of the Anduin. Dol Amarath. And there's Minas Tirith right there. And there's Osgiliath. Look at that. That's the one that Faramir's dad sends him to go die in because he hates his son for not being Boromir. And that's kind of unfair to say. He actually hates his son because Faramir killed his mother when he was born. Not intentionally, but she died in childbirth, and he resented the child forever after because of that. And that's why he loves Boromir so much, but hates Faramir's fucking guts. Which, if you watch the movies alone, you'd never know that. I wish that they would explain that more, but I guess they decided Faramir just being, like, pissed on by his dad all the time was enough. Which, you know, it is what it is. Sorry, I'm having myself some more of my delicious peach juice. What are your guys' favorite cards so far? Do you have any? Are there any Lord of the Rings characters you're looking forward to seeing? I mean, we've obviously got Gimli here. We have not seen any dwarves yet. Also, I am drinking my peach drink out of a milk. They probably expected people to read. Yeah, maybe. All right, that's pack 1 down. Let's see what else we got here. Now, is there a chance for us to get the One Ring? I believe, yes, technically. But that one's we're opening that box last out of all of our boxes. But there is technically a chance for us to get the One Ring out of the collector's box that I got. Will we get it? We will not. We will not at all. There's not a single chance in hell we're going to get the chance of getting it. But we might. I doubt it, but we might. Oh, fuck! Asking it'll be delivered. Look, it's Gimli's Fury. Mary the Esquire? Yeah, that's a good one. Alright, Gimli's Fury. Target creature gets 3/3/2 until the end of turn. If it's legendary, it also gets trample. 2, said Gimli, patting his axe. So this is during their kill count that they've absolutely just gone nuts with. Look at that orc. He's having a bad day. Gimli's not. Gimli loves this game. Gimli loves to murder. I also adore Gimli. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Look at this. Look, we got one of the eagles. Escape from Orthonac. That's the second tower. The two towers that they were talking about in the Two Towers movie. That's the Might of Mordor and Saruman. The Many-Colored. This is Gandalf's friend eagle. I forget his name. Oh, Gwahir. There it is. He's the king, Lord of Eagles. I'm adjusting my seat a little bit so I can actually have better posture while I'm doing this, or I'm gonna kill my back. Target creature gets +1/+3 and gains flying into the end of turn. Untap it. How far can you bear me? Asks Gandalf. Many leagues, said Gwahir, but not to the ends of the earth. I was sent to bear tidings, not burdens. And that's Gwahir that everybody tends to bring up. Why didn't they just fly the ring to Mordor? And it's because that's a terrible, terrible idea. Do you know how Gandalf befriended Gwahir, Lord of the Elves? Eagles? It's because he was flying, and then he got shot down by a random man with an arrow. That's what happened. Now imagine we just fly Gwahir over here. No, I've got the ring. This is a great idea, Gandalf. Let's go. And we just fly him over Mordor, and then suddenly the sun, which is already blotted out because of the smoke coming from there, suddenly that's even more blotted out by the millions of arrows raining down upon Gwahir. There he goes. He's died again. He's died 3 times. Yeah, fly over swarms of orcs in plain sight. And not to mention, oh no, what about the Nazgul and their fell beasts specifically made to counter the aerial combat skills of the Eagles? So, that's why that never happened. It's because they would die instantly if they did that. It's, you know, not for lack of effort, just not a great plan. Oh, look at this one. Oh yeah, they couldn't even get into the mountain on top of that. But yeah, Chance Met Elves. They're a 3 cost. Whenever you scry, put a 1/1 counter on Chance Met Elves. This ability triggers once per turn. So they're a 3/2. However, they're a 3/2 that keeps gaining power, which is very green. It is said, go not to the elves for counsel, for they will say both no and yes, says Frodo. Which is a very fair point. Elves live, you know, forever. They're eternal unless they're killed. Or they get too sad because they can die a broken heart. The ring is a massive burden. Absolutely. I'll explain more about what the ring does and its burden itself and how that affects the story after I kind of talk about the elves a little bit here, because we've not really done that yet. So the elves, right? They live ages, and they live in both the seen and unseen world. Now, what the seen world is, that's the material world as you and I know it. That's the normal world. The unseen world, that's where the wraiths, ghosts, everything else exists. And that's why the wraiths are invisible to us, to, you know, normal individuals, me being a normal person in this perspective. Not a Lich Lord who would likely rival the might of Sauron. Hashtag humble brag. Ha ha ha. Now, elves live in both. So there's a single scene in the movies where they show this. And that's where, oh goodness, I forget Aragorn's wife's name. Let's see. I forget her name. But when she's riding up to grab Frodo, he sees her in an immaculate... Arwen, thank you so much, Arwen. When Arwen's riding up to grab Frodo to ride with him to Rivendell, he sees her in this golden, like, immaculate, beautiful form. And he also does for Glorfindel too. But they don't show that in the movie, I don't think. That's because he's slipping into the unseen world, and that's why he sees her that way. But they live for ages, and they have vast, vast knowledge. So when one elf dies, you're losing hundreds, if not thousands of years of life experience, history, Glorfindel, I don't know if that happens in the movie. Arwen does happen in the movies. But that's why it's such a tragedy when all of those elves die at during the siege of Minas Tirith. Huge tragedy. Put that right there. Oh, wow. It's the breaking of the fellowship. So this is when Boromir tries to take the ring from Frodo. It is a 2 cost for red. Target creature an opponent controls deals damage equal to its power. Or equal to its power to another target creature player controls. The ring tempts you. Wow. It might have been mine. It should be mine. Give it to me. And that's why he tries to take it from Frodo, and then Frodo puts the ring on and then runs away. Now, a lot of people ask, what does the ring do? Why does it just make you invisible? The answer is no. That's not what it does. It enhances what's already there. The reason it makes hobbits invisible is because hobbits are naturally stealthy. So it enhances that to the point where they're able to slip into the unseen world. Can hobbits still be damaged, attacked, touched, grabbed, anything like that when that happens? Yeah, absolutely that can happen. You're just not being able to be seen by the naked eye. Ooh, we have our first evil men, the Easterling Vanguard. Now, they never really explicitly state genders and stuff. When they say men of Middle-earth, that's the race, that's humankind. So, I think it's really cool to use that wiggle room to add more female characters. I mean, Lord of the Rings, Middle-earth, as a whole, doesn't have a lot of female prominent characters, or female identifying characters. However, every single fucking one that is in Middle-earth is a badass. That's the rule. Arwen takes out all of the Nazgul with the help of Elrond, outrides them at the very least, and is a badass in her own right. Éowyn, Slayer of the Witch King, which was an impossible thing to do if you were any fucking one else. Galadriel is the most powerful elf. 100% of the women in his lore kick ass. I mean, even look at somebody who's more passive like Goldberry. Goldberry's a fucking monster if she wants to be. She just doesn't. Alright, when the Easterling Vanguard dies, amass 1 orcs. So that's another orc army. Mordor cards are going to be very orc army specific. They're probably counter-focused, I would imagine. An army of Easterlings charged forth, while from the hills poured orcs innumerable, which is what's happening here. Which orcs are traditionally smaller than men and weaker, but they're really, they love to kill. That's their cool thing. Alright, we have another evil humans, I believe. This is a captain of Umbar. I believe this captain, who is also a woman, I think they're the skirmishers. Yes, this is the Corsairs. They're human pirates. So for 3 cost, draw a card, discard a card. 2/3. There's a great fleet drawing near to the mouths of the Anduin, manned by Corsairs of Umbar in the south. They have long ceased to fear the might of Gondor. That's from Baragon, who's an asshole. I mean, you know, a lot of people tend to be kind of assholes, but... Alright, this is the Protector of Gondor. We've already seen him, so we're gonna move to the next card. Put that there. Oh, cool! It's Bilbo's envelope to Frodo. It's the inherited envelope. He put the 1 ring in there. When inherited envelope enters the battlefield, the ring tempts you. You can tap it to gain mana of any color. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. That's awesome. That's so cool. That's so cool. Oh, here's a fun card. You guys will love this card. You guys will love this. An improvised club. It's a troll using an orc as a club for a 2 cost. As an additional cost to this spell, sacrifice an artifact or creature. Improvised club deals 4 damage to any target. For a couple o' pins, says Troll and grins. I'll eat thee too and gnaw thy shins. And that's Sam, and that's one of his stories. Sam is a big storyteller in like the books and traditionally. In fact, a lot of the Lord of the Rings is stuff that he's telling his kids as a story, because he ends up with a book at the end. Whoa! Whoa! We got a full art card! It's Gollum fucking dying, I think. Let's see, hold on, let me look. Oh no, this is the orcs. This is the orcs falling into the machines after I think they get thrown in. So like I said, all of these cards are full art. Like every single one of these has a full art version to my knowledge, and you only get the little cutout here. Nasty End. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature. Draw 2 cards. If the sacrificed creature was legendary, draw 3 instead. Maybe this is, what's his name? Rat Grab? No. I think these might be the orcs that were fighting over, the Mithril. Hello, Marin. How are you? Hello, 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 hello. I kiss. How are you? Look at these idiots. Look at them. They're dying together. What fools they are. I'm gonna put this is black, so we'll put that right there. Absolutely awesome. Oh, fuck! Here's a cool one. It's silver. You cannot pass. Destroy target creature that blocked or was blocked by a legendary creature this turn. It raised the whip, and the throngs whined and cracked. Fire came from its nostrils, but Gandalf stood firm. And this is where he's like, I am the flame of Uldun. You cannot pass. Which, when this scene happens, Gandalf is basically telling the Balrog of Morgoth that he knows where it came from, who it worked for. Yeah, you got it, Bammer. You fucking got it. You shall not pass. What Gandalf is saying is like, hey, I know who's in charge of you. That fucker's dead. Or I think he might be trapped. I forget. I think he got thrown out into the void. I don't remember exactly what happens to Morgoth after the Valar come and kick his ass. I think they chain him up, but then he gets away, and then he escapes again, and then I think they just throw him into the void, or he dies. I forget which. But Gandalf is saying, hey, we're equally matched. I'm serving Iluvatar, Eru Iluvatar. I'm going to win this. You can't pass. You can't do it, dipshit. And then the Balrog is like, hey, try me. I'll do what I want. I'm a Balrog of Morgoth. Who are you? Oh, fuck, I'm falling now. If only my wings weren't Vestigia. Whoa! Oh, look, we got another legendary orc. We got Ugluk of the White Hand. I think this was the Master Tactician. He is a legendary orc. He is a 4-cost. Whenever another creature you control dies, put a counter on Ugluk of the White Hand. If that creature was a goblin or orc, put 2 counters on him instead. I'm trying to figure out there we go. I am Ugluk. I command. I return to Isengard by the shortest road. Wait, isn't this the orc that got into the fight with a group of men? This is the one. These guys were singing "The whip is the where there's a whip, there's a way." They get into a fight with the evil men going to Mordor. That's what happens. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Where there's a whip, there's a way. And then Sam and Frodo come along, and they start a race war. They do. So basically, Sam and Frodo are coming along as like, do I have any evil human cards? We got this Vanguard here. So they're coming along, and they're like, move aside, orcs. Where the fuck you? Get out of here. We're taking the shortest road to Mordor. You take the long way around. And then Sam is like, are you gonna take that from a bleeding human? We're orcs. We're strong, strong, strong. And then that's when Ugluk is like, yeah, you're right. Fuck those humans. Duh. And then they get into a big scuffle, and then Sam and Frodo just sneak by. And that's what happens. That's where the whip is where there's a whip, there's a race. That's fucking cool. My knowledge on this is a little spotty. I might be misremembering that scene, but in broad strokes, that's what happens. Greetings and good day. I am Amundal, the most knowing. I know most of this. Oh, look, this is the Ent Drought Basin. So this is where Merry and Pippin were drinking that water, and then it would make them stronger. It made them taller. So this is, it even has a cute little scene in the extended edition. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature with power X. Activate only as a sorcery. Well, if we mix that with that Gandalf, where we could use any sorcery as a flash, ba-bam. We could use that on opponent turns, add a shit ton of counters, and these are permanent counters, they're not temps. So, fuck. That's awesome. Use up all the mana you can on an opponent turn. Bam, get a super string, like a super strong orc, could maybe drop that on that orc we have down there, on Ugluk, which is definitely a sound that I hear pretty often, but not from orcs. Let's see. The effect of the drought began at the toes and steadily rose through every limb. Good day, baby! They should be legal in Commander. That's all that today is just this stuff becoming legal for the different shit. The effect of the drop began at the toes and rose steadily through every limb, bringing refreshment and vigor as it coursed upward right to the tips of the hair. Yeah, I mean some of— Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! I'm sorry, I'm definitely cacking the map. We just got our first mythic. We got the Witch King of Angmar. This is the one I've been looking for, and it's alt art Witch King of Angmar. Holy fuck. It's alt art Witch King. Look, there's this fell beast as he rides aloft to bring about death and devastation upon the weak and pathetic men. The Wraith Noble. He's a 5. We're gonna have to make a commander deck out of this guy. All right, 5/3. He's a flying. I'm trying to get the text. If I do this, there we go. Flying. Whenever one or more creatures deal combat damage to you, each opponent sacrifices a creature that dealt damage to you this turn. The ring tempts you. The little details that go into these cards as their functionality is incredible. Discard a card. The Witch King of Angmar gains indestructible until the end of turn. Tap it. Fuck yes. Alright. Now the reason this happens is because the Witch King of Angmar has a curse on him. No man may kill him. That's part of it. But if you deal damage to him, you are cursed and will die. That's part of it. You needed a very specific weapon to deal damage to him, which is what Merry ends up ending up. He just fucking finds it. So when the Witch King of Angmar takes to the Pelennor fields to fight and destroy the ranks of men one last time, when he says, no man may kill me, that's literal. That's a fact. However, out of the 10s, 20s, 30s of thousands of people fighting on that fucking battlefield, he happens to come across Eowyn, who is not a man, and Mary, who happens to have the one weapon that can fucking kill him. If you ever feel like you are unlucky, you will never in a million years be as unlucky as the Witch King of Angmar, who had such a specific criteria to be defeated and gets murked. He dies. Game over for him. I love him. He has done nothing wrong. He's just a slightly evil man. Mwah. A kiss. I love him. Fucking incredible. 2 packs in, already got it. All right, we got a island, which is very beautiful. This could be the river strait that, yeah, what mod? This could be the river Anduin itself. That's my guess. That's my guess. It's the river Anduin. That's my guess. If it's not, I don't think anyone will correct me. We got a treasure token. Look at that. Look, it's Sting. We got Sting and a bunch of treasure. This is the treasure from the Lonely Mountain. No, wait, this would be orc treasure. Troll treasure. If that's where Sting is, then that would be with the trolls. Unless this is inside of, like, Bilbo's coffers. Sacrifice an artifact. Or sacrifice this artifact. Add a mana. And it's got, like, a secret layer thing. I don't even want to know what the secret layer of this is. All right, that is 3 packs down. 3 to go. And it's only taken us an hour to do it. I'm feeling pretty good about this. I mean, the fact that I can tell you a little bit about every card is my favorite part. That's why this means so much to me. This is really special to me. And to be able to share this and Magic the Gathering with you all is really fucking cool. It really is. I appreciate you all for being here. We got a Mordor Trebuchet. Let's see if that... There we go. Mordor Trebuchet. It's a 3 cost, a 1/4 defender. It's also a wall, so you can't attack with it. Whenever you attack with 1 or more goblins and or orcs, which is cute because they're both the same thing, in Middle-earth, create a 2/1 colorless construct artifact creature token with flying named Ballistic Boulder, which we actually have right here. It's because they also sometimes launch orcs on accident. Oops. So that's tapped and attacking. Sacrifice a token at the end of combat. That's a cool one. I'm very excited to see... Where did I... Oh, here's where I put black. I'm very excited to see what our commander decks have. We have an Ithilien Kingfisher, which is a bird. It is a blue 2/1 flying bird. When it dies, draw a card. There we go. After their reunion, the hobbits spent many days in Ithilien, the stream that flowed from the falls of Henneth, and noon could be heard in the night as it rushed down through the rocky gate. I think they meet up here after they recover Frodo after Mount Doom is destroyed. I think that's what this one is. My memory on that particular portion's a little shoddy. Oh, we have Hobbit enjoyers in chat because you're about to lose your shit. We have found a penultimate meme card. This card is about to meme. You're about to be memed on by this card. Motherfucking Second Breakfast. A 3 cost. Up to 2 target creatures get +2/+1 until the end of turn. Create a food token. The hobbits of the Shire were fond of 6 meals a day when they could get them. But what about second breakfast? 11sies, luncheon, supper, dinner? They had tea time as well. These hobbit decks are going to be incredible. Alright, this is Chancemet Elves. We've already seen them. They were actually our last green one. Ooh, we got some more dwarves! I think this might be our first dwarf. We got an Erebor Flamesmith. That's the Lonely Mountain. And a woman, too. Female dwarf. No beard, though. No beard. No beard. That's a little sad. Little sad. Little sad. No beard. But, I'll take it. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, Erebor's Flamesmith deals 1 damage to each opponent, which is good. It's a 2/1, so it's a nice early card, pretty cheap. We make good armor and keen swords, but we cannot again make mail or blades so to match those our fathers made before the dragon came. And that's from Gloin, which is one of the original 13 adventurers who set out to the Misty Mountain. It was like Oin, Gloin, Thorin, Fili, Keely, Bombor, Bifor, others. I used to know all of the dwarves by name. In fact, there's a whole, like, paragraph in The Hobbit listing their names. Oh, fuck, look! It's Sam's desperate rescue! It's when he takes Sting to go rescue Frodo! And it's a 1-cost black. Return target creature card from the graveyard to the hand. The ring tempts you. By all signs, there's a large warrior. Oh, hold on. Let's see if I can make this read a little better. By all signs, there's a large warrior loose, with an elf sword, and an axe as well, maybe. Gorebag spat. Sam smiled grimly at his description of himself. So that's when he's walking up to save Frodo, but the light illuminates a, like, big scary shadow. So the orcs, even they don't really readily think of him as a threat when they discover him. Sam kills them anyway, because Sam's incredible and everyone loves him. We have an Eastmark Cavalier. Very diverse. All of these have been very diverse cards, which is great. Which is a 2-cost for a 2/2 with Vigilance. Whenever the Eastmark Cavalier deals damage to a goblin or orc, destroy that creature. God damn, Rohirrim go hard. A 2-cost for Vigilance that will instantly kill any orc or goblin it attacks? Fuck. The Rohirrim have long been the friends of the people of Gondor, though they are not akin to them. Which is true. The Rohirrim and Gondorians are very different people, but very, very, like, they're good buddies. Alright, what do we have next? Oh, we've got a battle-scarred goblin. This is our first goblin so far. 2-cost. Whenever the battle-scarred goblin becomes blocked... Hold on. Let's see if that does it. Becomes blocked, it deals 1 damage to each creature blocking it. An orc shot Balin from behind a stone. We slew the orc, but many more came. So this is the book that Gimli was reading in Moria. The Book of Mazar Bul. Ugh. That's super hard. Poor Balin. Balin didn't deserve it. Oh, fuck. We got Eagles of the North? So, 6-cost, which is very, very steep. Bird Soldier. Flying. When Eagles of the North enter the battlefield, creatures you control get +1/+0 and first strike until the end of turn. So that's really what you're paying for. You're paying 3/3. You're paying 3 mana basically for first strike, +1/+0 for everything, and then for a 3/3 flying bird with plane cycling. So that's not too bad. You can discard them. Search your library for a planes, put it onto the field. So if you don't want to spend all of that mana just on the birds, you can get it. Whoa! Another full art card! Look! It's the Balrog's Whip! Lash of the Balrog! It's a 1-cost. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature or pay 4. Now that's because it took Gandalf with it to destroy it. Destroy target creature. So it's a double destruction one. Absolutely gorgeous double art card. Holy shit. March of the Black Gate. This is the first big orc army moving forth. That there. March of the Black Gate. When March of the come on, read it. When March of the Black Gate enters the battlefield, and whenever an orc army you control attacks, amass orcs. So this is just constant army generation. Like a storm, they broke upon the line of men of Gondor. Very excellent. We got another legendary. We got Butterbur, the Bree Innskeeper. He's the Innskeeper from Bree, obviously. He's the one that, like, helps the hobbits find about Strider and Gandalf. It's cute that he's a legendary, it is. At the beginning of your end step, if you don't have a food token, create one. He's a 3/3 with food token generation. I hope you'll be comfortable. You'll be wanting supper, I don't doubt, as soon as may be. This way now. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute. Oh fuck! We got Grond! This is the gate. This is what breaks the gate and lets them in to Minas Tirith. Grond, the gate breaker. I wish the maybe if I put it in the center more, it'll figure itself out. A 5/5 legendary vehicle with trample. As long as it's your turn and you control an army, Grond is an artifact creature. Otherwise, you would crew it for 3. That's awesome. And the orcs, they chant every time that Grond comes up. They go, Grond, Grond, Grond. Oh! We got Gloin! The Dwarf Emissary. A legendary creature, Dwarf Advisor. Whenever you cast a historic spell, create a treasure token. This ability triggers only once each turn. Sacrifice a treasure, goad target creature. Oh, that's so cool. It's because he's at, this is during the Council of Rivendell. Oh, look at this plains. Look, it's Gandalf on a field overlooking Minas Tirith. It's just Gandalf and Gandalf and Gandor. Really pretty stuff. Oh, and here's a food token. It's mushrooms and bacon and breakfast at Bag End. You can tell it's Bag End because of the circular door. This is so fucking cool. This is so... I mean, you're all seeing it, obviously, as I'm nerding out over every single card. Hello, Ran! How are you? I'm gonna have myself some more juice. I have a mango juice right now. I love mango. It's one of my favorite juices. Alright. I mean, it's taken us 30 minutes. No tea? No, technically not. No, you're right. No tea today. Ugh. We could even make this like ASMR. I'll whisper up like, hey guys. Oh, you guys, look. It's Squire of the King. Isn't he a cool guy? I'm sorry. A cool girl. My bad. No, I'm not going to do that, but I could. So for 1 mana, you get a 1/1, who for 5 mana, and you tap, creatures you control get 1/1 until the end of turn. Ability costs 2 less for each legendary creature you control. Or if you control a legendary creature. I'm wrong. Oh! This is the Lament for the Rohirrim! Where now the horse and rider? Where is the horn that was blowing? Where is the helm and the hauberk and the bright hair flowing? So the Rohirrim, this is when like so many of them died. This is their lament you would sing to them. Oh, look at this. I got really excited. I misread this. a Hobbit Sting. Hobbit Sting deals X damage to target creature, where X is the number of creatures you control, plus the number of food you control. One for the Shire, cried Aragorn. The Hobbit's bite is deep. You have a good blade, Frodo, son of Drogo. My favorite tea to drink is straight is good earth, sweet and spicy. That does sound good. Looks like I don't have money at the time. Oh, I'm sorry, Kata. I'm sorry. That's unfortunate. Well, maybe you'll see a card that you like, and you could get it separately. I'm sure there's a lot of people who are going to be selling singles. I'm not probably going to be... I'm just telling you, I'm not going to sell any of these cards. You wanted the Lord of the Rings set? Oh, I see. Well, you know, we can hang out together, and I can show you some of these cards. It's not exactly a perfect solution, I admit, and I do apologize for that. We next have Ent's Fury, which is an Ent kicking the fuck out of a troll, it looks like. Put 1/1 counter on a target creature that you control. If its power is 4 or greater, then that creature gets +1/+1 until the end of turn, and fights target creature you don't control. I came and called the trees by their long names, but they did not hear the answer. They lay dead. Oh, quick beam. Oh, that's super sad. Yeah, I mean, so many of the trees, that's one of the reasons the treants went to war to start with. So many of the trees, you know, their veritable children were killed. Dead. They had names, feelings, thoughts of their own. And that's what brought them to war against Saruman. Sting doesn't have any bonus against arachnid opponents. Well, that is to be fair. Sting doesn't do extra damage against arachnids. It just became famous. It was a Goblin Wars weapon. It just got its name from attacking arachnids. But its blade was meant to fight against all that is evil and wicked, which the spiders being the spawn of Ungoliant were. Oh. Quarrel's End. Can I show any art cards? Well, I got a few, yeah. Hold on. Let me read this and I'll show you some of the art cards that I got. Quarrel's End. As an additional cost to cast this, discard a card, draw 2 cards, and create a white 1/1 a human creature token. It is a joy to see you return into your own, Éomer. That's very sweet. This isn't Rohan. I like that. Okay, let's see. Where did some of the art cards we have go? These are multicolors. We got a mythic alt art of the Witch King of Angmar, which is super fucking cool. Oh, yes. Here's actually so far all of my art cards have been black. We got the Lash of the Balrog. Absolutely gorgeous. Super, super pretty. Alright, this is the Mordor Trebuchet, which we have already seen once before. Put that away. Oh, look! It's our first look of Galadriel. Glorious Gale. 2 cost. Counter target creature spell. If it was a legendary, the ring tempts you. The elves of Lorien took Dol Guldur. Galadriel threw down its walls and laid bare its pits, and the forest was cleansed. Like, everyone, I know people shit on Galadriel. I don't know why. She is the most powerful elf. By far. By far. Not that, like, Celeborn, you know, anyone else isn't cool, but Galadriel's the coolest. Second Breakfast, which we've already had one of, so we're gonna move on. A shower of arrows. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. Scry 1. I wish there were more of your kin among us, Gimli. But even more would I give for 100 good archers of Mirkwood. We shall need them. Legolas said that. And that's when they were talking about what I wouldn't give. Gimli says something along the lines of like, what I wouldn't give for 100 dwarves. Because dwarves, the ultimate line holders. And yes, Big Hat, yes, Lord of the Rings is out today. This is pre-release. So technically it's not out today. It's released early. Alright, we have orc bow. No orc bows yet. Those are elves shooting their bows at orcs. These are Mirkwood elves. Nimble Hobbit, a halfling peasant. For a 2 cost, you get a 1/3. Whenever Nimble Hobbit attacks, you may sacrifice a food or pay 3 mana. If you do, tap target creature an opponent controls. Now this is during the scouring of the Shire, I would imagine. Where some dumbasses thought it would be good, and that's by Sharky's fault, that they thought they could take hobbits. The ruffians knew too little of hobbits to understand his peril. Foolishly, he decided to fight. Now, here's a fun fact for anyone that picks on hobbits, thinking small stature is all that decrees like their worth. Hobbits are notoriously difficult to kill. Hobbits are incredibly difficult to put down. If they want to fight, they will. And they will win more often than not. Orcs and goblins went to war against the hobbits. Lost. Bull Roarer, hobbit. Literally was so tall, he could ride his own horse. Didn't need help getting up on his pony. It was almost as big as a horse, rather. With a club, he was able to knock the head off of a orc chieftain and sailed right into a rabbit hole. And that's how golf was invented. Oh, look, it's the Great Hall. Look, it's the Great Hall. Oh, wow. Great Hall of the Citadel. It's our first special land. Add a colorless mana. Colorless mana, tap, add 2 mana and any combination of colors. Spend this only to cast legendary spells. Renewed shall the blade be that was broken. The crownless again shall be king. That's by Bilbo. Oh, that's so cool. So cool. It's, it should be the Halls of Minas Tirith. You see the white tree? What the special basic lands look like? Oh, I'm glad you asked. I am glad that you asked. Hold on, I'll show you. So the special full art lands are the map of Middle-earth. Let's see if I can get it to show more clearly. So there's the Bay of Belfalas, the mouth of the Anduin itself, the Pelagar Fields, Minas Tirith, Gondor, Dol Amroth, Rohan. There's the Dead Marshes up there. Over here, somewhere in this area, will be like Mordor. I want to get a few of every single one of these, and I want to build the entire map of Middle-earth as a whole with it. So cool. So cool. Next is the long list of the Ents. So this is during, the Ents conversation. Oh my god, look how many counters go on this. Oh, fuck, that's a long one. What is that, 8 turns? 6. Fuck me. It gets sacrificed after 6, though. Note a creature type that hasn't been noted for the long list of the Ents. When you cast your next creature spell of that type this turn, that creature enters the battlefield with a counter on it. So that's really nice if you like hobbits. Oh, you've become a crawling hand. Congratulations and thank you for the follow. I appreciate that a lot. Oh, it's Old Man Willow! Now, if you know Tom Bombadil, you'll know Old Man Willow. He's a very special tree. Very cool legendary tree folk. Old Man Willow's power and toughness is equal to the number of lands you control. So this is a card that literally only gets better for a 4 cost. Fucking awesome. Whenever he attacks, you may sacrifice another creature or token. If you do, target creature an opponent controls gets -2/-2 until the end of turn. Old Man Willow fucks. This card is awesome. Whoa. We got another legendary right after him. Erkenbrand, Lord of Westfold, which he should be a wicked human, I think. I think he's like the leader of the evil humans of Westfold. Whenever Erkenbrand, Lord of Westfold, or another human enters the battlefield under your control, get +1/+0 until the end of turn. What type of booster are these? These are just the draft boosters. So, oh, there we go. I have draft boosters. I've also got set boosters. I've got jumpstart boosters. And then, at the very end, I have the command box, which has the potential of having the 1 ring. And this one has very special boosters, which we're actually going to be moving on to those soon. So that's Erkenbrand. Down from the hills leaped Erkenbrand, Lord of Westfold, and whose host of Isengard roared in fear. So that's another cool legendary. Oh my god, we got another legendary! We got another legendary right again. We had 4 in a row. We got Fangorn, the Tree Shepherd. Oh, there we go. Tree folk you control have vigilance. He's a 4/10 for a, what, 9? 9 for a 4/10. Whenever one or more tree folk you control attack, add twice that much mana. Green mana. You do not lose unspent green mana as steps and phases end. What the fuck is that generation? That's amazing. If you have a tree folk based army with this as a commander, expensive, right? But a huge fuck off. I am terrible at counting. It's what I do. What is that? Oh, wait, that's 7, isn't it? Alright. I am an Ent. Fangorn is my name. According to some. Treebeard. Others make it. I don't know that it's broken, but it's definitely a damn fine card. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, look! It's one of the mountains. I can't tell which mountain. Just by guess. I would say Lonely Mountain, but I don't think so because Dale would be down here. I don't know which mountain this is supposed to be, but it's very pretty. Hi. Does every card have a foil version, please? They might. In terms of every, I don't know off the top of my head, but they might. Good question, though. And then we have a human Gondorian soldier. Fiery one, huh? Yeah, maybe. There are a few really nice ones. We're slowly getting out there. If you haven't seen them yet, I'm super in love with how they've decided to do their full arts. Like, seeing Rohan, Gondor, everything mapped out is really, really cool. I don't think we'll see anything earlier than Third Age, really, apart from, like, brief mentions or acknowledgements of Cimmerillion stories. Maybe we'll get, like, a Baron and Luthien kind of thing. I don't know. But, oh, look! We have a Pelagar survivor. From when the orcs attacked. Human peasant. They are a 2-cost. 1/3. Add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast an instant or sorcery spell. Let's see if it'll read it a little better. Then you could pay 6 mana and tap. Target player mills 3 cards. The Corsairs are upon us. Back to the walls, back to the city before all are overwhelmed. Very cool. This is Captain of Umbar, which is a pirate. We've already seen this card, so we're going to move past it. We have another Protector of Gondor, which we have already seen. Oh look, we have a Brandywine Farmer. More hobbits for our hobbit enjoyers. Look at this. How beautiful, how scenic. Amazing. For 3 cost, Halfling Peasant. When Brandywine Farmer enters or leaves the battlefield, create a food token. Very good. Oh, this is alt art for this is all art for the Brandywine Farmer. We have seen this one before. I recognize the Faramir quote. Alright, War Beast of Gorgoth, we've already seen. We do have the Claim the Precious, which is another really good one. We've already seen that. Ooh, here we go. And let's see if I can get this to go. There we go. And this one's a little bit of a foily thing. Surrounded by orcs. Amass 3 orcs. Then target player mills X cards, where X is the amassed army's power. Is there enough diversity for each race to run a Lord of the Rings specific race deck? Yes, absolutely. 100%. If you want elves, goblins, probably Uruk-hai. I haven't seen an Uruk-hai card yet, but I imagine we may. Hobbits, definitely. Gondorian and Rohirrim have their own commander decks, so I would imagine yes, on that account. So yeah, there should be enough for every single major player. Dwarves as well will have their own. Gimli, I'm sure. We just had Gloin. Mirkwood Bats! Bats of Mirkwood! Because Mirkwood gets fucked up and is just gross. So that's a 4 cost for a 2/3 flying. Whenever you create or sacrifice a token, each opponent loses 1 life. That's awesome. The enemy has many spies and many ways of hearing. Which is very true. Oh, look! We got another Bilbo birthday card! Birthday Escape! 1 mana, draw a card, the ring tempts you. As Bilbo finished his speak, he slipped the ring on his finger, and he was never seen by any hobbit in Hobbiton again. Which is true. That's how he leaves that day. Do we see any Mirkwood spiders yet? Gollum and Smeagol. We've seen Smeagol before he turns into Gollum with Claim the Precious. That's when he kills Beagle? I forget his brother's name. Where he kills his brother on his birthday. So you get to see Smeagol. And we'll put Birthday Escape away. Oh, fuck! It's the Grey Havens! Holy shit! Really? A legendary land! It's Valinor! When the Grey Havens enters the battlefield, scry 1. Tap to add a colorless, add 1 mana of any color among a legendary creature in your graveyard. Which is true. The Grey Havens, that's where, like, so many souls go to meet with the Valar. There dwelt Círdan, the shipwright, and some may say he dwells there still until the last ship set sail into the west. Oh wait, no, I'm mistaken. Grey Haven's not Valinor. Grey Havens are the ships that get to Valinor. Still, beautiful, beautiful land. Ooh, hey, full art land. A Shire Sheriff. 2, they're white. They are a 2/2 with vigilance. When the Shire Sheriff enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice a token. If you do, exile target creature an opponent controls until Shire Sheriff leaves the battlefield. We were just talking earlier about how the hobbits, they don't fuck around when it comes to defending their home. We got Fell Beasts! We're gonna have to put this in our Mordor deck. We have a Voracious Fell Beast. So what is that, 6 cost? So it is 6 for a Flying for 4. When a voracious fellbeast enters the battlefield, each opponent sacrifices a creature. Create a food token for each creature sacrificed this way. You know, that's actually really nice. It's not often that black gets a lot of health down. Oh, fuck. I just saw what was next. It's not often that black gets health generation from, like, anything like that. Alright. This is a cool one. Oh, we have 2 cool ones. We have Mary, Esquire of Rohan. We got another Mary. We've already seen him. So he's gonna go down here. However, we got a full art for the Mines of Moria. A legendary land. The Mines of Moria enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a legendary creature. We could tap it to gain 1 fire, or pay 4 in tap to exile 3 cards from your graveyard, and then create 2 treasure tokens, which is very fair. I mean, it was desiccated and basically overfucked. That is a cool land. Oh look, we got another one! It's the Belagar Sea! And there's Arnor. This is the elves. They live down here. That's so cool. Up. There you go. I love that. And then here's your ring counter. Oh, thank you, Redline. I appreciate that. Here is your ring counter that kind of details to you how the ring works. Magic the Gathering exile equals Yu-Gi-Oh! Banish, send to the graveyard. Maybe. I've never played Yu-Gi-Oh! But exile removes it from the game unless it has a very rare, like, ability to remove itself from exile. Orc bows? None so far. I'll let you know as soon as we find one. Oh, look. The Treason of Isengard. It keeps unfocusing, and I wish I could get it to be more consistent. So for a 4 cost, put up to one target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard on top of your library. Exile is banished. Oh, thank you so much, Redline. I appreciate you. Exile is removed from play. Yeah. It's not kill. Like, if you have something that removes something from exile, it's back. Usually onto the field. I am opening collectors and random packs. I'm saving the collectors for the end. This is just our pre-release box pack. Yeah. So I've also got, pardon me, dropping wires. I've got our collector's box pack, which has some really fucking cool stuff. I've got our big thing of set boosters. And then we've got our jump starts. Jumpstart is one of my favorite things in Magic the Gathering. It's really casual, but I found it to be a really great way to introduce people to Magic the Gathering as a whole. I think it's a really awesome thing. When I have friends who never play Magic the Gathering before, we'll get some Jumpstart packs, and it's only 40 cards, so it's quite simple. And you just get to play, teach them easy to, like, learn mechanics. So that was the Treason of Isengard, which is just to amass. We've already gone through Glorious Gale. We've seen this before. Galadriel, what a badass. Consistently. What's the difference between those boosters? Well, they have different cards in them. Jumpstart is made more to be like you take 2 Jumpstart packs and put them together to make a deck. So it's based around the idea that each pack has 20 cards, and they have different pulls from them than, say, our pre-release will. Pre-release is going to have different pulls than set boosters. And the collector's edition, or the collector's box that I picked up, has different pulls and the chance for the 1 ring. Will we get it? I doubt it, but that'd be a cool thing for my channel to have done. We have Bag Ends Porter. So we have a dwarf. So a 4 cost. 4/4, whenever Bag Porter attacks, it gets plus X until the end of turn, where X is the number of legendary creatures you control. Dwarves' tongues run when they run on when speaking of their handiwork, they say, says Gloin. Yeah, it's alright. Feel free to ask any questions. I'll answer any of them to the best of my knowledge. And that will be true for any of the Lord of the Rings content. If you're not crazy about Lord of the Rings, feel free to ask questions. I'll do my best to answer to the best of my understanding. Alright, we have Breaking of the Fellowship, which we have already seen once before. We have our Easterling Vanguard. She is really cool. I have already seen her once before. We have our Captain of Umbar, which we have already had. Ah, here we go. Many partings. Let's see if I can get that working. Help, I opened 3 Balrogs. Oh no, that's too many Balrogs. Flee! Fly, you fools. Search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it on into your hand, and then shuffle. Create a food token. And let's see if we can get this to reread the text here. Come on. For you in all the lands of the West, there will ever be welcome, dearest friend, says Aragorn. So this is Frodo and Merry, not Merry. Frodo and Sam making their way back home, and they're saying goodbye to Aragorn. Very, very nice. Very beautiful. Hey, if you're opening cards while you're reading the stream, let us know what you got. I think that'd be cool. We have already seen Inherited Envelope, but I do think it's really cool. Just 1 mana of any color. Love that shit. Love me some free mana. Improvised Club, which we have already seen as well. Oh, fuck! More Witch King cards! Black-green 4 cost. Rise of the Witch King. Each player sacrifices a creature. If you sacrificed a creature this way, you may return another permanent card from your graveyard onto the battlefield. In Road, the Lord of the Nazgul, under the archway that no enemy ever yet passed, and all fled before his face. So this is him leaving Minas Morgul, which we actually got super lucky and got a Minas Morgul dice from our pre-release pack, which I think has different dice, which is really fucking cool. Love that. Into the multi-card pile. Oh! Oh, look, we got Éomer! Éomer of the Rittermark. Another legendary creature. He is a 5 cost for a 5/4 with haste. When Éomer of the Rittermark attacks, if you control a creature with greater power among creatures on the battlefield, create a human soldier token. Lovely. But northward, the white crest of Éomer led the great front of the Rohirrim, in which he had again gathered and marshaled. So that's when they're riding out. Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck! This is cool! Look! Look! We got Sam! Samwise, the Stout-Hearted! This is when he was going and using, the light that Galadriel gave him in Sting to fight against Shelob to recapture Frodo. Legendary halfling peasant. He saw Flash, too. So 2 costs for a 2/1. When Sam the Stout-Hearted enters the battlefield, choose up to 1 target permanent card in your graveyard that was put there from the battlefield this turn. Return it to your hand. The ring tempts you. You hurt my master, you brute, and you'll pay for it. I love Sam. I love Sam. What a gardener. We could all use a Sam. Ooh, hey, we got a mythic. Spiteful Banditry. So 2 cost, and then whatever else you pay for it will do something. When Spiteful Banditry enters the battlefield, it deals X damage to each creature, so that would be whatever that is. Whenever one or more creatures your opponents control die, you create a treasure token. This ability triggers only once each turn. One ill turn deserves another by Saruman, who is just the biggest asshole. And I feel like we can all talk about that. Like, Saruman, what a dick. Ooh, look, it's the Dead Marshes. That's cool. That's a good swamp. And then a Magic the Gathering arena thing, which is neat. That's it. That is now our pre-release box finished. If you haven't gotten the chance to see the pre-release box, this is what it looks like. If you open it up, it has this really wonderful quote. It has a lot of little hidden details around it. My pre-release box was like $40. Alright, Sauron, the Dark Lord, and Aragorn, the Unifier. I got to open, and 2 glam drinks so far. Wow, you're getting lucky, Redline. That's fucking awesome. I'm gonna have some more of my mango juice. You know, it's really different when Magic comes out with a new set, right? And you know everything, or at least most of what's being done. Knowing a little bit about every single card you pull is why it's taking so long for me, I'll be honest. But it's so special to me. Lord of the Rings and Magic the Gathering were things that my grandfather taught me and introduced me to when I was young. And to see all of that put out together is a really cool thing. Alright, let's, I don't want to just open up something really. I'll show you what's in this collector's box. How's that? I have to uncap it, and we'll just. I feel like setting those there is a recipe for disaster. So it came with its own boosters and a bunch of counters, as well as if I can put this here, like little cutouts for Galadriel and Sauron. It came with a really pretty dice. Is 11sies in the box? It might be. We just had second breakfast earlier. I absolutely love this countdown dice. It is very pretty. Over the top, but in a fun way. Now, it came with these 2. And, I do think that these are the ones that have the potential to have the 1 ring. And then these are just, it comes with like 6 set boosters. I don't know how many, I'll be honest. I didn't even check. Was it maybe 9? I don't know. It comes with a amount of set boosters. It is a super shiny click clack. That is true. That is a fact about it. Let's open up one of these. Let's open up one of these right now. May as well. Let's see what's in there. I mean, this was like a lot more than I thought it was going to be. So let's open it up, see what's in here. Ugh. No peelies for you. I'm trying to hold it away from the microphone so it doesn't destroy all of your ears. Alright. Let's set these down and see what we got. So our first one is a plains. We've already seen this plains. Oh wait, no, this is lands. No, I see now. These are all lands and forests. I grabbed the wrong box, I think. But that's okay. We got some lands. Let's try this one. I wonder where the paper. Ugh. Oh, fuck. Frodo, Sauron's Bane. This is right after the ring is destroyed. 1 cost for a 1/2. Legendary halfling citizen. If Frodo, Sauron's Bane, is a citizen, it becomes... You throw 2/3 Peregrine. That's fucking awesome. It becomes a halfling scout with a 2/3 and lifelink. If Frodo is a scout, you can pay some mana. It becomes a halfling rogue with whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game if the ring has been tempted 4 or more times. So he has to have some build up. He goes from citizen to scout to rogue, but just instantly lose the game if you fuck up. Frodo don't fuck around. Oh shit, look! Samwise the Stout-Hearted with his full art. This is hit. We've already seen this one, but this is them on Mount Doom. Oh, look! Gollum the Plotter! Halfling Horror. This is him with the ring. He's a 2-cost for a 3/1. When Gollum Patient Plotter leaves the battlefield, the ring tempts you. Where did the term Hobbit come from? Was it preceded by halflings? I think Hobbit was custom made by Tolkien, but I don't remember the nomenclature of it. Sacrifice creature, return Gollum from the graveyard to your hand. Activate only as a sorcery. Oh, it's paired. It's a paired one. So you've got Gollum, and then you've got the One Ring. That's pretty cool. I don't care who you are. That's pretty cool. That is cool. All right, let's read the One Ring. You get a full panorama of the big moment. Oh yeah, yeah you do. Yeah, that's cool. All right, so legendary artifact. Oh, let's. Indestructible. When the One Ring enters the battlefield, if you cast it, you gain protection from everything until the next turn. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you lose one life, for each bird encounter on the One Ring. You can tap it to put a bird encounter on the One Ring, then draw a card for each bird encounter. So it's got a lot of build up to it, but that's monumentally important and nice. We got some shiny plains, and these are probably all going to just be foil lands. So we get some cool stuff out of it, that's for certain. I'm gonna put all of these access lands that I've gotten. And this probably includes, some of our super cool lands that we got. Like, I love that shit. We got a ton of lands right now. I'm gonna set them in the collector box. Alright. Let's do some set boosters. These ones don't have the top peel. I wonder if they smell nice. I'll have to check. That's how you tell if they're made in Japan or not. The Japanese ones have a slightly sweet smell to them. I'll let you know in a second. Alright. No. No, I don't think these ones were. They don't smell sweet. But yeah, if you don't know that, go, next time you open, a Japanese set, they'll have, a peely. Oh, look. It's the Shire. Oh, we got a Plains of the Shire! Yeah! It's even more the Shire. Shower of Arrows, which we've already seen this one once. So I'm gonna move it to the next one. We have a Shire Scarecrow. A 2-cost artifact. It's a defender, 0/3, add 1 mana of any color, activate only once per turn. How bright your garden looks, says Gandalf. Alright, into artifact with you. Ooh, a new land, a Shire Terrace. You could tap to add a colorless mana. Tap 1, sacrifice it, search for a basic land card, and then put it onto the battlefield, tapped, and shuffle. Everything looked fresh. and the new green of spring was shimmering in the fields. Love it. Wow, this whole pack is Shire-based, actually. Revive the Shire. A 2-cost. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Create a food token. Oh, is this the party tree? In the party field, a bountiful young sapling leaped up. It was indeed a Malorn. And it was the wonder of the neighborhood. It would be funny if you get the Shire at the rare. That would be funny. We've just gotten a Shire Terrace, and we got Revive the Shire, which, that's not a land. My mistake, that's a sorcery. We got Aylmer, again, of the Riddlemar. We got Erkenbrand. Prince Amariel, the Fair? What, is this? Are you... I don't remember Imariel. I don't remember. My memory is so shoddy sometimes, I apologize. So a 2-cost, whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a human. Lord Aragorn, I hold to be my liege lord. Whether he claims it or no, his wish is to me a command. Well, he's cool. Oh, and then we got Strider. A lot of legendaries this time. Which we have seen once before. Oh, fuck! We've got 3 alt arts of Sam the Stout-Hearted. That means we have to. We have to make a Sam deck. It's happening now. Look at this alt art. 3rd time we've got... And this is when he's carrying Frodo, look! I may not be able to carry the ring, but I can carry you. What an incredible bat. Oh my god, no. We got Shelob, the child of Ungoliant. Hold on, let's... Look at her. 6 cost for an 8/8. Death Touch. Ward 2. Other spiders you control have Death Touch and Ward 2. Whenever another creature dealt damage this turn by a spider you control dies, create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a food artifact, with pay 2 mana, tap, sacrifice artifact, gain 3 life, and loses all other card types. The good spider, I kiss, I kiss, I kiss, I kiss, I kiss, I kiss, I kiss. I love her. Ah, Shelob, I love you so much, my beautiful queen. Last card is a foiled Rohirrim Lancer. A 1-cost 1/1 with Menace. When the Rohirrim Lancer dies, the ring tempts you. Dire deeds awake. Dark is its eastward. Let horse be bridled, let horn be sounded. From Theoden King. Well, I'm feeling good about this bunch of set boosters myself. That's, I mean, how many legendary creatures did we get in one go there? Now, to be fair, I do think that this set has a lot of legendaries, but Shelob is pretty fucking cool. I mean, who doesn't love Shelob, right? How can you not love Shelob? She's a giant spider. Here's a food token. Bread and pastries. Very neat. Oh, look! It's when Frodo is offering the ring to Galadriel. That's when she passed her test to be able to go into the Grey Havens. There's that plains, we've already seen that. Oh, look! Look! Smite the Deathless! It's when, look at that. When Merry and Éowyn kill the Witch King. Smite the Deathless deals 3 damage to target creature. That creature loses indestructible until the end of turn. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. No living man am I! That's what Eowyn said before she stabs him. She goes, yeah! And the Witch King goes, oh, fuck! What do we have here? Battle Scarred Goblin. We've already gotten this one once. Oh, a raid! Welcome, raiders! Where there's a whip, there's a raid. Where there's a whip, there's a raid. Where there's a whip, we don't wanna go to war today. But the Lord of the Ass says nay, nay, nay. We're gonna march all day, all day, all day. Where there's a whip, there's a raid. Greetings and good day. I am Amundal, the Lich Lord of Terramar. How are you? What were you up to? What were you playing? Did you have a good time? We are just opening up cards from the Lord of the Rings Magic the Gathering set. We got the Cave Troll of Khazad-dûm. Wait, we haven't constructed any decks yet. We're just opening up what we've got right now. But this is the brand new set. Just came out today. They've got a Cave Troll. Blah, blah, blah. It's me, Cave Troll Johnson. I'm going to eat your PP. That's what he does. That's who he is. We don't judge him though. We don't do that. You were playing Diablo 4? Oh, did you have a good time? I quite like Diablo 4. Necromancer's always a good time. He eats the PPs. He does. I know. You should all be very concerned about that. This is a famed PP eater right here. Great time in D4. How goes the Magic Gathering? So far, it's going great. We're just opening up. We got some really good mythics. We got Shelob earlier. Fucking incredible. We also got the Witch King. We got the Witch King. I'm still excited about that. I cannot believe we got the Witch King. Anyway, yeah, the art in this is incredible. For a 6 cost, you get a 6/5. If I can get the camera to focus. The Troll of Khazad-dûm cannot be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. He has Swamp Cycling. A great cave troll, I think. There is no hope of escape that way, Gandalf. So not even just a cave troll, a great one. Look, see? He's coming to eat that guy's pee-pee. That's tragic. Somebody should stop him. Lorien Reveal. So that's 5. If I ever miscount this, by the way, feel free to say what the actual number is, because I see this and then this, and I have already looked at about 200 cards. So I'm gonna give these some wrong sometimes. Draw 3 cards with Island Cycling. Look on us now with friendly eyes. Behold the trees of the Nath Lorien, and be glad. What an elf card. Hey bro, you a little tired? Why don't you just look at some trees? Are you a silly little mortal? Well, have a look at some trees and feel better. Very elf logic. Wizard Rockets. A 1 cost Wizard Rocket enters the battlefield tapped. Sacrifice Wizard Rockets, add X mana in any combination of colors. When it is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card. Well, that's really good. That's nice. I like that. And then any combination of colors because they're exploding, like pop, 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 pop. That's cute. That's cute. I like that. Look, this is the giant eagle that saves Sam and Frodo. Landreval, Horizon's Witness. Aw, thank you for the gifted soul, Leo. Thank you for the soulscription. Alright, he is a flying 3/4. Whenever 2 or more creatures in my control attack a player, target attacking creature without flying gains flying until the end of the turn. Nice. So that's from the perspective of the two creatures are Sam and Frodo. The player is obviously Sauron, and then he flies them away. He passed over Uldum and Gorgoroth and saw all the land in ruin and tumult beneath him, and before him Mount Doom blazing, pouring out its fire. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it, Leo. So many legendary creatures this time. Oh, we got another one. We got another eagle. Melindor, the Swift Savior. He's a 4-cost for a 3/3. Flying. When Melindor, Swift Savior, deals combat damage to a player, exile up to 1 target creature you own. Then return it to the battlefield under your control. Then come. We have need of speed greater than any wind, outmatching the wings of the Nazgul, says Gandalf. Oh my, it's just eagles. We got all of the legendary eagles in a row, I guess. We got Gwahir, the Wind Lord, with alt art. And look, this time, instead of being shot down by arrows, he's dodging them. What a badass. So that's a 6-cost for a 4/4. This spell costs 2 less to cast as long as you've drawn 2 or more cards this turn. Flying, Vigilance. Other birds you control have Vigilance. Then came Gwahir, the Wind Lord, greatest of all the eagles of the north, mightiest of the descendants of old Thorondor. Who, if I remember right, and I may not be, what he did was he just fought dragons. Ooh, look, we got another full art card. Rising of the Day. This is the third, was it the third day? I forget which day. But this is the Rising of the Day, where they charge down and help. I love the Rohirrim. For a 3-cost, creatures you control have haste. Legendary creatures you control get +1/+0. Can I get it to show it in better quality? Yes. I'm missing the one from the commander deck. I may have him then because I have 2 commander decks over to my left still that we are going to open. You get to go into red. Look, it's the Mithril Coat. 3-cost, legendary artifact equipment. Flash, indestructible. When the Mithril Coat enters the battlefield, attach it to target legendary creature you control. Equipped creature has indestructible. Oh, could you imagine? You went to stab the Witch King of Angmar. Bam! Mithril Coat. Now he's even harder to kill. Granted, this is a king's bounty. That Mithril Coat was worth more than like a lot of the treasure of Erebor. If not all of it. I forget exactly how much they said it was worth. But, I think Gandalf specifically says, like, it was worth more than the treasure in the Misty Mountain. I forget. Something like that. All the same. Shit's good. Ooh, hey, look. And we got a foil of the Shower of Arrows. Alright. We still have 4 packs left. Last bird is in Food and Fellowship. What do I have? I have Riders of Rohan, so I'm planning on getting the other 2 commander decks as soon as Viscera comes back from the convention. We're gonna go on out, get some more Magic cards, so that she can participate in opening up the Lord of the Rings cards. Alright, we get a Horn of Gondor. Pretty fucking baller. Pretty good. This is probably Boromir, and these are the orcs that are about to come and ruin his day. We have another full land card for Gondor and Rohan. Very good. Look, it's Lembas bread! I don't much put up with foreign food, but this Lembas bread, elf stuff's pretty good. When Lembas bread enters the battlefield, scry 1, then draw a card. Sacrifice it, you gain 3 life. When Lembas is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, shuffle it back into the library. And let's see if this has that little fun fact. They could eat it and find new strength, and even as they ran. Okay, so no. Yes and no. So lemdis bread, if you ate it, would fill up your belly for like a whole day. And just a nibble. But hobbits would eat like 3 at a time. So great was their hunger. They love food. Look, it's a generous Ent! 6. He is a 5/7. Tree folk with reach, when generous Ent enters the battlefield, create a food token. And he has forest cycling because he's given the little squirrely some food. That's how squirrels say thank you, I assume. In the tongue of squirrel. Oh, here's a fun one. Mushroom watchdogs. 2/2. They're dogs. They watch after a hobbit mushrooms with farmer maggot. Sacrifice a food. Put a 1/1 counter on a mushroom watchdog. It gains vigilance until the end of turn. Activate as a sorcery. They won't harm you. Not unless I tell them to. Here, grip, bang, heal. Farmer maggot. You know, I wonder if he's got his own card. He probably does. Oh, we got a warg! A snarling warg. Warg. Sounds like a pirate thing. There we go. 3/4. Menace cannot be blocked. As long as you control a goblin or an orc, snarling warg gets +1/+0. A shuddering howl broke from him, as if he were a captain summoning his pack to the assault. And that's not too far off. Wargs are very, very intelligent and evil. They're smart enough to be evil, which makes them assholes. We got an Oliphant! 6 cost for a 6/4 with trample. Whenever Oliphant attacks, another target creature you control gets +2/+0 and gains trample until the end of turn, and has mountain cycling. Look at that art. Look, it's the Gondorians being fucked up by a giant elephant. Good times were had, just not by them. Whoa, we got Eowyn! Eowyn, the Lady of Rohan. She's a 3 cost for a 2/4 legendary noble. At the beginning of combat, on your turn, target creature gains your choice of first strike or vigilance until the end of turn. If that creature is equipped, it gains first strike and vigilance until the end of turn instead. Equip abilities cost 1 less to activate. I was planning on making Rocco Street Chief, so I had to wait for this set for that deck. Redline, you're very fun to talk to. You know a lot about these cards, huh? I'm very casual with Magic the Gathering traditionally, but to be honest, when it comes to Lord of the Rings, I can't help myself. Reprieve. Return target spell to its owner's hand. Draw a card. 2 cost. As Faramir and Eowyn stood so, their hands met and clasped, though they did not know it. And that's because Faramir and Eowyn, 2 people who deserve a lot more love, deserved each other. And that's good. And then they kiss. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Faramir's best boy. Oh my god! It's Faramir! He heard what I said! I love you, Faramir. Have my babies. He is a 4 cost. Faramir creature. Human scout. He's a 3/3. And let's see if I can unblur that for you guys. Come on. There we go. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died under your control this turn, draw a card. Whenever the ring tempts you, if you choose a creature other than Faramir, Field Commander, as your ring bearer, create a 1/1 human creature token instead. A chance for Faramir, Captain of Gondor, to show his quality. That's what his dad said to him, and his dad was a dick, and he was mocking him. And he hates him, because Faramir, when he was born, his mother died. Oh look, we got full art card of the alt art for the Mirkwood Bats! I mean, we've already seen it once before, but the full art is awesome. Ooh, another mythic! What is this, 6 cost? Shadow of the Enemy. Exile all creature cards from target player's graveyard. You may cast spells from among those cards for as long as they remain exiled, and mana of any type can be spent to cast them. As Frodo put on the ring, Sauron was suddenly aware of the magnitude of his own folly. His wrath blazed in consuming flame, but his fear rose like a black smoke. So basically, that's when Sauron realized Frodo was inside of Mount Doom with the fucking ring. So that's when he's gathering all of his forces to try to immediately rectify that huge fucking problem. And we got a foil of Gandalf, Friend of the Shire, which we showed at the start of the stream. Yes, he was like, oh shit. Then we got a human shoulder. So we've already seen this Gandalf here. Let's see, what do we have left? We've got 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cards left in this box. And then we still have, I think, like 120 packs left. Which I admit we might put to a different stream, to be honest. But we'll see. The Jumpstart I wanted to save for an entirely separate stream. We'll do that. We'll make decks together with the Jumpstart packs, and I just think that'd be really fun. So we'll take 2 things. We'll try to make them, see how they work together, tweak them, that kind of stuff. I think it'd be good. Oh, look! We got a gold lithograph of Sam reading to his children. That's fucking cool. I love that. Oh, look! It's the old forest in Buckland! Does it have... It has Tom Bombadil's house. It's right there. That's so cool. That's so cool. I love it. We have a Brandywine Farmer. We've already seen one of those. A Took Reaper. We have also already seen one. This is a very Hobbit forward. A Nimble Hobbit, which we have already seen. Oh, hey, we have an Uruk-hai. Our first Uruk-hai is a legendary creature. Mauher, Uruk-hai Captain. For a 2 cost, he's a 2/2 with Menace. If 1 or more 1/1 counters will be put on an army, goblin or orc you control, that many plus 1 will be put on him instead. So he's a great way to boost himself, huh? Pretty cool, I like him. The Book of Mazar Bul. This is the tome that told Gimli about the fall of his people. Amass Orcs 1. What's going on here? Just focus. Put an encounter on an army. Amass Orcs 2. Creatures you control get +1/+0 and menace until the end of turn. So it's just the summon all of those orcs. It's Denethor, you rat bastard! Denethor, the ruling steward. White-black. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died under your control, create a 1/1 human soldier token. Sacrifice another creature. Each opponent loses 1 life. You gain a life. Much must be risked in war. Which is what he's saying when he's sending his fucking kid out to die. Denethor, you're a rat bastard. I'd spit on you if I had more than 1. What a dickhead. Old Man Willow, cool guy. We've already seen him once. It's the full art card of many partings where Frodo and Sam part for the last time. Search your library for a basic card, reveal it, land card, and then put it under your hand. Shuffle and create a token. Oh, it's where he goes to the fields of Valinor. That's beautiful. Oh, we got the alt art for Pippin! Guard of the Citadel! A 2/2 Vigilance and Ward 1. Another creature you control gains protection from card type of your choice until the end of turn. Fucking gorgeous. Oh, Forge Anew! This is how they rebuild Isildur's broken sword. So that's a 3 cost and an enchantment. When Forge Anew enters the battlefield, return target enchantment card from the graveyard to the battlefield. As long as it's your turn, you may activate equip abilities anytime you would cast them as an instant. You may pay 0 rather than pay the equip cost of the first equipment ability you activate during each of your turns. Which is immediately followed by a Mithril Coat foil. And In the Web of War. So this is a 5 cost. Whenever a creature comes into play under your control, it gets +2 and 0 and gains haste until the end of turn. In desperation, Konda sent warriors to parley with the Ogre Magi. This is not related to Lord of the Rings, now that I'm looking at it. This is just a different thing. Because there is no Kami of War. Konda sent warriors to parley with the Ogre Magi. No one knows whether they were slaughtered at Shinka, or if they even reached the Bloodstained Halls. Yep. I mean, it's cool, but not what I'm looking for. Go away. Don't add non-magic, or don't add magic cards to this. That's a list card. Forgive me, I'm having myself some more, delicious mango juice. Alright. Let's take a look at what we've got next here. Yeah. I think you need to do more of these kinds of streams. Yeah? Is everybody else liking this? Is everyone else having fun? I certainly am. I think it'd be cool to do model building as well. But my tastes are so niche, I don't know that people would be too interested. Treasure token. It's chill? Oh good, I'm glad. Oh look! It's Galadriel. Like, if this is something that people really, really like, and there's a big turnout for this, or if people are really enjoying it, then it, in that case, like, yeah, absolutely, we'll continue doing these. We'll do, more hand streams, like maybe some magic openings, maybe some model building. Look, it's an old forest. That's pretty. I think this is gonna be Ent forward now. We got another one of Ent's Fury where he's kicking the hell out of a troll. Is that a troll? It is a troll. He's killing that troll. Fuck you, troll. Yes, absolutely. I'll open Digimon cards. We got another great haul of the Citadel. Very nice. Oh, look, it's Gimli's axe! And my axe. 3 cost. Artifact equipment. Equip creature gets +3/+0. As long as equipped creature's legendary, it has menace. Equip cost of 2. That's really nice. Oh, nice! We got that time that Gandalf yelled. 1. Stern Scolding. Counter target creature spell with power 2 or toughness, power or toughness 2 or less. Quote with a necromancer joke. I love necromancy jokes. Fool of a Took! This is a serious journey, not a hobbit walking party. Throw yourself in next time, then you will be of no further nonsense. Now be quiet! Ah, yes, you have my bow, and my axe, and your brother. You cannot pass, which we have gotten once before. Ooh, here we go. Perfect. Lost to legend. This is after Isildur dies and the ring betrays him, leaving just sitting right down at the bottom of the lake. 2 cost. Put target non-land historic permanent into its own owner's library, 4th from the top. Artifacts, legendaries, and sagas are historic. In the days of Isildur, the ruling ring passed out of all knowledge. Elrond. Oh, look! We got another bastard. It's Grima Wormtongue. He's a 3 cost, 1/4. Your opponents can't gain life. Sacrifice another target creature. Player loses 1 life. His sacrificed creature was legendary. Amass 2 orcs. Shoot, I got Eomer, Marshal of Rohan. Nice. Oh no, Grima sucks. Do not weary yourself or tax too heavily your strength. Let others deal with these irksome guests. Grima is like taking the place of Theoden King. We got all art of Elrond, the Lord of Rivendell. Elrond half-elven, what a cool guy. 3 cost for a 3/2. Whenever Elrond, Lord of Rivendell, or another creature enters the battlefield under your control, scry 1. If this is the 2nd time this ability has resolved this turn, the ring tempts you. Wow. Oh! We got one! We got a Nazgul! 3 cost, 1/2, Nazgul, Death Touch. When it enters the battlefield, the ring tempts you. When the ring tempts you, put a 1/1 counter on each wraith you control. A deck can have up to 9 cards named Nazgul. I hope we get 9 more of these. Also, there's 9 different arts for the Nazgul. There are 9 different Nazgul cards. Put that. Oh, wait, nope, you're just the black. I'll just put you there. All right, we also have Aragorn, company leader. So this is Aragorn at the start. 3 cost for a 3/3 human ranger. Whenever the ring tempts you, if you choose a creature other than Aragorn, company leader, as your ring bearer, put your choice of counter from among First Strike, Vigilance, Death Touch, and Lifelink on Aragorn. Holy shit. Whenever you put 1 or more counters on Aragorn, put 1 of each of those counters on up to 1 other creature. Wow. 9's art for 9 fallen kings of man. Yes. We finally got another Frodo. Frodo Baggins. A 1/3 scout. Whenever Frodo Baggins or another legendary creature enters the battlefield under the control, the ring tempts you. As long as Frodo is your ring bearer, it must be blocked if able. And then he'd be, like, indestructible, I believe, as well. He is cute, yeah. Few have ever come to hither through greater peril, or on an errand more urgent. So this is probably Frodo immediately leaving the council of Elrond at Rivendell. Alright, we've gotten the... I still cannot get over the fact that, where is he? Exactly! The 1 card that I wanted immediately. We got him in, like, the 1st or 2nd pack. Where is he? Gollum, Samwise, Frodo, another Sam, Rise of the Witch King. Where is he? Yes, there he is. Good evening, Planewalker. Look at... This was like the 2nd pack we opened. We got like the Witch King of Angmar alt art of his mythic version. I am so happy about that. You don't even know. The Witch King of Angmar, Sauron are some of my favorite necromancers. I'd love it if we got Minas Morgul. First part of the ring. Skulk. Oh, look! Barad-dûr. Let's hope that this is gonna be Mordor focused. Nope. We did get a foil of Gondor and Rohan. Oh, look! Mirkwood Spider! We got a Mirkwood Spider! 1 cost. Death Touch. Whenever the Mirkwood Spider attacks, target legendary creature you control gains Death Touch. Far and wide, she lobs lesser broods spread from glen to Dol Guldur, and the hold on. See if that fixes it. And the fastness of Mirkwood. I think this is gonna be an evil pack. Mirkwood bats. We've already seen them once before. Nope. Immediately we got the Fisher, which we have seen once before. Oh! We did. Okay, it does look like it's more evil than not. We got the Dunland Cribane, the Bird Horrors. These guys worked for Saruman. 3 cost, 1/1 flying. When it enters the battlefield, amass orcs 2. What's that, Strider? It doesn't look like a cloud. And that's when the birds are coming. We're gonna tell on you. We know where you are. We're gonna tell everybody where you are if we see you. And then they hide under some rocks, and the Cribanes are like, well, nothing here. That's how I imagine they talk anyway. Look, Dunedain Rangers! The last of the Dunedain. They're a 4 cost 4/4 with whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, if you don't control a ring bearer, the ring tempts you. Aragorn has need of his kindred. Let the Dunedain go to him in Rohan. I love that. That's something we never really saw in the movie, was more of the Dunedain. Shortcut to mushrooms for our Hobbit decks. When Shortcut to Mushrooms enters the battlefield, the ring tempts you. At the beginning of your end step, if a permanent you control left the battlefield this turn, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Aw, that's how they go off to look for mushrooms and stuff. Oh, look! Ring Sight! This is how you see the wraiths as they actually are. 3 cost. The ring tempts you. This is Frodo about to be stabbed by the Witch King in the middle. Search your library for a card that shares a color with a legendary creature you control. Reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. Frodo was able to see beneath their black wrappings, and the white faces burned keen and merciless eyes. Look at it. They look so good. I've been putting multicolors in one place. Oh, look at this. Fiery Inscription. 3 cost. When Fiery Inscription enters the battlefield, the ring tempts you. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Fire Inscription deals 2 damage to each opponent. And I'm not going to read that because it's black speech, and I will not utter it here. And, just in case you're curious, yes, I am a big nerd. That is a fact. Also, another full art. We got Gothmog, Morgul Lieutenant. He is a 4 cost for a 3/3 when Gothmog, Morgul Lieutenant enters the battlefield, amass 1 orcs. Creature tokens you control have Death Touch. It is true, I am a big nerd. Oh, and he's a legendary creature. Oh shit, we got Legolas! Look it! Legolas, Master Archer. For a 3 cost, he's a 1/4 with reach. Whenever you cast a spell that targets Legolas, put a 1/1 counter. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you don't control, Legolas deals damage equal to its power up to 1 target creature. Fucking awesome. Willow Wind. It's an elemental. 5 cost. Flying. When Willow Wind enters the battlefield, scry 2. I never thought I'd fight alongside an elf. But what about alongside a friend? Yes, their friendship very legendary. The branches of the willow began to sway violently. Frodo called for help. but he could hardly hear his own voice. It was blown away from him by the willow wind and drowned in a clamor of leaves. Yes, I do too. And it's also foil, which is good. Alright, we have another list card. It's an older one. It's a Stormscape Battle Mage. That's pretty cool. I really am not gonna spend too much time focus on that because I do not care about him. If you ain't from Lord of the Rings, you can get the fuck out. That's where I stand. I do love older Magic cards though. You know, I love my Necron deck, and if it wasn't over $100 fucking to get another Necron deck, I would get one to cannibalize it for my VTuber deck. Look, it's Sam with a pot. Look at him. Yeah, yeah. I love you, Sam. Alright, we have the Plains of Rohan, the White Mountains, Fangorn Forest, Gondor's down there. Oh, so cool. Gimli's Fury, which we have already seen once before. Erebor Flamesmith, we have seen once before. Bag Ends Porter, we have seen once before. This is a lot of dwarves. Yep, it's all it's dwarves. It's dwarves all the way down. A Mirrormare Guardian for a 3 cost. A Dwarf Soldier of 4/2. Maybe the beacons are lit. Magic the Gathering has come. Damn straight. Flowering of the White Tree is very strong. Ooh, I can't wait to see it. When Mirror Master Guardian dies, the ring tempts you. It's a 4/2. Hold on. Let's see if we can get Gimli's song. But still, the sunken stars appear and darks in windless Merrowmere. There lies his crown in waters deep, till Durin wakes again from sleep. Now, Durin is also known as Durin the Deathless. He is like a manifestation of the dwarves' god, basically, kind of. Lady Dwarf. Oh, really? Let's look. And they didn't skimp out. They actually gave her a beard. Female dwarves have beards. Bam. Perfect. That's all I wanted. Fine. I'm good. I'm content with this now. That was going to be my only thing. I was just going to say, if we don't see beards on the female dwarves, that's my only big complaint so far. We got it. I'm good. I'm placated. We're fine. Anyway, Durin the Deathless is basically the idea is that Durin is reincarnated. Constantly. We have another Voracious Fellbeast. Both of these we have seen. Whoa! Oh, look! It's Aragorn summoning the Deathless. Shadow summoning. White-black. Create 2 tapped white spirit tokens with flying. Whose shall the horn be? Who shall call them from great twilight? The forgotten people, the heir of him to whom the oath they swore, Malbeth the seer. Look at him. Incredible. Absolutely. Oh, look, it's Theoden! We got Theoden, King of Rohan. I did call for spirits, and they did come. 3 cost. 2/3. Whenever Theoden, King of Rohan, or another human enters the battlefield under your control, target creature gains double strike until the end of turn. Dark have my dreams been of late, but I feel new awakened. I only fear that already you have come too late, Gandalf. And that's after, like, Grima gets his shit kicked in. Oh, look! We got a full art card of Oliphants! Yeah! I love it. I love when we get art cards. Ah, a Moria Marauder. 2 cost Goblin Warrior who's a 1/1 with double strike. Whenever a goblin or orc you control deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. There was a rush Oh, let's see if I can. There was a rush of hoarse laughter, like the fall of sliding stones into a pit. Amidst the clamor of a deep voice was raised in command. Let's fuck 'em up, boys! Rah! Moria! Woo! That's what they sounded like. As an official token expert, I can tell you. Oh, wow, another foil. This one's the Isolation of Orthanc, which is a 4-cost. Put target creature into its owner library, second from the top. Cute. They took me and set me on the pinnacle of Orthanc. I stood alone on an island in the clouds. I had no choice of escape, and my days were bitter and cold. Man, Saruman is such a shitter, isn't he? Doing that to his former friend. Also, this is what the spirit token creature card looks like. Looks really good. Alright, this will be the last pack that we've got here. Yeah, it's not just one off. Yeah, it's good. All art cards are part of panoramas, so they're gonna be fun. Wow, really? All the art cards are panoramas? It looks like Eomer? Very nice. I love these. I love them. I make them deck stoppers. Mirkwood, a very nice forest. We have an East Farthing Farmer, who I believe we've already seen. Yes. They're one of the first ones we opened. They're really down there. Eastmark Cavalier, which we have already seen as well. When I edit this into a YouTube video, this part's gonna be, I'm trying to decide whether or not I'm going to put up the actual image of the card off to like the side over here. I think I'm going to, just to like actually bring up the stuff, but I do think it's gonna be a pain in the ass. Hello, future Amy. When you're editing this video, remember to get yourself food. You forget. Alright. Westfold Rider. 2 cost, 3/1. Sacrifice the rider, destroy an artifact or enchantment. Activate only as a sorcery. The orcs were greater in number than we counted on. Great orcs who also bore the white hand of Isengard. And that's what Eomer is saying about the Uruk-hai. They're able to travel in the daylight unhindered. Oh, it's Eoreth of the Healing House. So 3 costs for a 1/4. You could tap her to untap target permanent, untap 2 target legendary creatures. I have been too busy with this and that to heed all the crying and shouting. All I hope is that the murdering devils do not come to this house and trouble the sick. What a cool character. Oh yeah, it is Eomer. There's Eomer. We have another Eomer. We have another Erkenbrand. We have another Prince Amaril the Fair. Oh, cool! We got alt art of Peregrine when he's looking at the Palantir. This is our first Peregrine, actually. I think, is it? Peregrine took. No, it's not. Never mind. I just didn't see the took part before. 2/3. If one or more tokens would be created under your control, those tokens, plus an additional food token are created instead. So he doubles your tokens? Wow. Oh! 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 We got a full art of the Balrog, Durin's Bane. So that's 7 cost for a 7/5. This costs 1 less for each one sacrificed. Haste. The Balrog can't be blocked except by legendary creatures. When he dies, destroy target artifact or creature an opponent controls. Yes! Look at him, look at him. Kiss. Oh, that actually renders his detail quite nicely. Doesn't he look good? And yes, we are doing pack opening. We got another alt art of Frodo, Sauron's Bane. We have seen this one before. We got another full art card. This one's a foil of the Lash of the Balrog. Big fan of opening. Well, welcome. And then an Orc Army token. Which, so let's see if this will actually show you very well. There you go. You see how they have the red eye there? That's actually what the Eye of Sauron is. Sauron doesn't actually manifest as a giant burning eye. That was a movie decision. Sauron, his eye is just on the insignia. It's like his calling card to tell you who's coming to kill you. You are not well versed, but pack openings are fun nonetheless. Oh, well, that's good. I'm happy that you are happy with that. I love these. We still have a few more. This was just opening up all of the ones from our collector box and from our pre-release box. Which I think we only opened 20 packs. I see. Like the White Hand of Saruman to show the distinction. Yes. Yes, the White Hand of Saruman is, just to distinctify himself. That's a word. It's a word. I'm a lich, trust me. So we'll come back on another stream. But we also have set boosters, like 90 fucking set boosters to open. I think we opened 20 packs today. Probably more like, actually maybe 20. And then Jumpstart. We'll build a deck together with our Jumpstarts. So I'm gonna put this aside for later. And so I don't know when we're gonna do that stream, but we're gonna work together to build a deck. And then we'll be doing another one of these, and then I'll show you my cool special fun gift. This was my birthday gift from Party Demoness Minerva. She bought me the Sauron Lord of the Rings Commander deck, which I cannot tell you how fucking excited I am to like get into this one. And then I got myself. Oh, hide that. I don't want people knowing that I spent $50 on cardboard. This commander deck, which is the Riders of Rohan, and I got it because it starts with Éowyn. I fucking love Éowyn. But yeah, the Riders of Rohan, love that. To be honest, these are very expensive to buy. They're used to you buying the singular packs for like $6. This was a little bit more than that. The Jumpstart, not so much, but the Jumpstart has different pulls. What did you all think of this? Did you like this? Was this a fun thing? Would you guys be open to us doing more streams like this in the future? Building up magic decks together, coming up with plans? The deck had another version of the Witch King? Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait to open that. You loved it? Oh, good, good. If this proves to be popular enough, I'll set up and we can get ourselves a new camera just to capture this better. I think that would be fun. Let's go and... I used to always build Magic the Gathering. Can't wait to do it again. Oh, good. I want to do community nights where we're just building Magic the Gathering stuff. It's really, really special to me, and I appreciate you all being here. I really do. This has been so much fun. We're gonna actually go visit Miss Lala. Ever played Magic the Gathering Arena? No, but I will put this here. This is my gift to all of you. The pack that I opened came with Magic the Gathering Arena codes for 6 Lord of the Ring decks in Magic the Gathering Arena. Alright, so don't leave yet. It's gonna be first come, first serve. This is the code. There you go. Alright, if you didn't see it, you're gonna have to watch the VOD. Ha 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 ha. We're gonna raid on out to Miss Lala. We are going to do a, how about MTG raid? And throw in any emotes that you want. We'll do an MTG raid.